Well, hello there, everybody. Yep, I'm going live, and best way to do it is just go live. I think instead of talking about trying to record a video, blah blah blah. Also, it'd be kind of cool because people can like comment or something. We can engage in comments, um, and go from there. So yeah, boy, when I first made it, thanks, Get Key Comics for giving me a thumbs up when I first made this post an hour ago. Okay, so I don't know who's watching and stuff because I'm on StreamYard and I can't see a bunch of stuff. What up, Juan Gonzalez? Oh, that's a dungeon. Juan Gonzalez. YouTube is racist. Somebody made a comment and they said their name was Juan Gonzalez and it said translate. Like, do you think I didn't know how to say Juan Gonzalez? Juan Gonzalez. Okay, let's talk about stuff. So, today, this dude decided to just go after me again. I don't know why this dude I think he's in love with me. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. So this guy here, let me get this up and share it the right way. Excuse me, I'm an idiot. Yeah, man, this is it, Neil Macahoon. Yeah, this is it, man. I've been ignoring it for ages, bro. And I'm like, you know what? I just need to add the stage. Here we go. Okay. So, Aaron Sparrow. Chad Cave, what's up, man? Oh, I get it, Dungeon Crawler. Okay. I gotta get through this. I can't talk to comments too much. Please ask me questions in the comments, please. I'll try to address them as much as I can. And if you can hear me okay. Okay. Merck Publishing. Myself and Jamie Tyndall are it's COVID. I'm driving from Indiana to St. Louis. He's driving from St. Louis to Illinois. We meet in the middle. We talk all the time about, hey, it'd be super cool if we did. Wouldn't it be cool if we did this? If we did that, we could do this. We could do that. And we're talking about these ideas for comics. And finally, I'm like, why don't we just do this? Like, I can ship them. I can do all the things. I know how to sell them. I just got to learn how to make a comic. It can't be that hard. Hire a writer, an artist, letterer. We go to enough cons, enough people. Long story short, I had the idea for Death Rage, and Jamie came up with Death Rage. Jamie came up with Miss Meow. I came up with Catfight, her nemesis. And then later on, I came up with Born to Blood. I wanted a Spartan gladiator version of like Red Sonja, kind of. So Merck Publishing was born. Murphy. I love Murphy. She was fantastic. She worked for Jamie at the time. She was ran his booth at cons and stuff. And Jamie's like, I'm gonna teach Murphy how to write a comic. Okay, cool. So they wrote the first couple issues of Born in Blood. Of Miss Meow. A little bit of Death Rage. Murphy decides, to her credit, man, she's like, I need to move to Indianapolis to be by Sean. I've learned what I can from Jamie. I need to learn the sales, the fulfillment side, the web e-commerce side of things. So good for her. She decides to move to Indiana. She does. Huge uproot in her life. She moves out here. Things are moving along. Let me give you a little bit of backstory because there's another person that's a big part of this. Dolan Waddick, Drew, anyone who's been around here watching YouTube, been around the store, you know who Drew is. A little bit of backstory on Drew real quick. I first moved here after retiring from the Marine Corps. I started working at a high school, taught ROTC, Marine Corps ROTC for a year. Comics are still booming. A lot of you guys remember me selling stuff out of my house. Some of you guys were buying back then. And I'm literally in the store one night, like 11 o'clock at night, putting carpet tile down. I'm laying carpet in the store. And Drew and his brother Kyle come in, and we just start shooting the shit about comics, and they're huge comic fans. Same with me. Yeah, Fisher's. It was actually in it wasn't at Fisher's, it was Acton, maybe close to Fisher's. I don't know. Anyway, Jeremy, you've been there. Oh, Joseph, you've been there. You've been there, brother. Anyway, see, you guys are distracting me. Just start shooting the shit. Fast forward a little bit. Drew starts working for me at Comics Lee. He goes to cons. He's helping with the booth. He's doing a lot of cool stuff. Well, the dude worked for me for a while, name of Noah. This guy was a dick. He was not cool, man. He was not cool. Drew had a hard time working with this guy. Had a real hard time working with this guy. So, you know, I did a lot of mentoring and stuff, and I'm talking to Drew, and I gave him the same, you were buying from the house, the same kind of mentoring I've given to Marines in the past for years. Thousands of Marines, giving them advice on dealing with, personnel stuff, how to deal with a Marine that doesn't want to listen, or someone didn't do his job, holding people accountable, that kind of stuff. You have, Chad. Yes, you have, sir. So he had a hard time with this guy. I spent one night in particular. Kimberly still worked with me at the store, by the way, at the time, my wife. She quit her job and helped out at the store. I could talk about the store for a long time. I'll probably do a video series talking about the store. There's so much history there, and I've learned so much, made so many mistakes, learned so much. Anyway, so Drew worked at the store. He couldn't handle this Noah guy. I stayed one night giving Drew like tons of advice on dealing with Noah. I'm like, bro, you got to do it like this. You got to handle him like this. If he says this, what are you going to say? If he says this, what do you say? Okay, I'll be Noah and you be Drew, and you talk to me about Noah. And he would say, you got to do this. And I'm like, no, I would role play and be a jerk. And I thought we had it. I spent so long with Drew talking about this. Kimberly went home, and I took an Uber home because I spent so long talking to him about this. So the next day, I'm so excited. I'm like, Drew's going to freaking handle this Noah guy. It's going to be awesome. And Drew was in the Air Force. I'm like, he's going to use his, hey, Joe, what's up, man? Drew's going to use his awesome training and what I just gave him to handle this guy. I came in the next day. There's a bag on my desk with Drew's T-shirt in it and a handwritten sticky note that said, I quit, Drew. He quit like a biatch. I'm just going to say it. Fuck it. He quit like a bitch. I was shocked. I was like, what? He just quit out of nowhere. No idea. I was so excited for him to talk to this guy. He quit. Okay. A couple years go by. Drew and Kyle, they start coming around the store again. Word gets back to me. I didn't work over there anymore. I worked at a different building. And then he says, hey, Drew's around here, right? I'm like, okay, cool. That's fine. I happened to be there one day when Drew's there, and Drew comes up to me. He's like, hey, man, I just really want to apologize for what happened, for what went down. And I get a lot of respect for him. Hey, everyone's allowed to make a mistake. Everyone's allowed a bad day. People grow and change. Sounds good. So we start hanging out again. He comes around the store. I think that's when we started doing videos together. We're doing the YouTube videos. He'd won a couple local competitions, comic book in a day competitions. And I was like, hey, Merc was just starting to get going. We're in my office where the printer is now. Joint Force Printing took over that whole building. We're in my office, and I was like, hey, man, you know what I would love to do is I would love to have why what, John? I would love to have a story, like a gladiator story, but like a Red Sonja, but like a badass Red Sonja, like a Spartan Red Sonja. Would you be interested in writing that? And he's like, yes, I would love to write that. And we were going into Lunar. We were going to be in comic stores around the world. We were in comic stores around the world. So I hired Drew to write Born of Blood. At the time, Murphy was working there too. I got another location, so I had another building just for Merc. And there was I talked to Murat. I was working with Murat Michaels a lot at the time too. We did a crossover, Catfight versus Naughty and Nice. I asked Drew, hey, do you want to write that too? Drew's like, yeah. hell yeah, I want to write Catfight versus Naughty and Nice. So the Catfight versus Naughty and Nice, the script was done. I gave it a glance over. I learned a lot of lessons during this time, remember? So I did not review the script very well at all. So the script came back, pages came back, and I'm matching up the pages to the script, and I was like, what is this? This is terrible. This makes no sense. She's saying this, but doing this. I was very upset at Drew and Murphy. I had a meeting. I sat them down, and I basically went through page by page, and we basically rewrote. Murphy printed out all the pages, put them up storyboard style, and we basically rewrote the entire thing. We rewrote the entire issue. And I was like, this has got to be, shame on me for not checking it more, but this has got to be better. This has to make sense. And at the time, Drew and I were doing comic book reviews. And I'm like, you wrote in here the same thing you complain about over and over again in these comic book reviews. You're like, this comic is garbage. Why? Because they did this thing. You did the same thing in this comic you just wrote. So we got some more time passes, and this all happened fairly quickly, maybe a year, 2 years-ish time frame. Drew's like, he's writing Born of Blood, and we need help. So Murphy hires an editor named Aaron Sparrow. Aaron's claim to fame was he wrote Darkwing Duck. I'm pretty sure it was Darkwing Duck. And he worked for Boom, and he's an editor. Sounds good. We hired him. He was our editor-in-chief of all of Merc stuff. He helped rewrite a lot of the Death Rage stuff, a lot of the Miss Meow stuff, because, hey, Murphy meant well, but it takes training. The good and bad, I always say this, the good and bad about comics is anybody can do comics. That's the good and bad about it. And she just didn't have the train. She tried her best. The writing just wasn't very good, which is fine. If I tried to draw a comic right now, it would look like garbage. It would look like total garbage. So Aaron came in and did a very good job with rewriting a lot of that stuff. We hired another editor, Joe Corallo, to be the editor on Born of Blood. Joe also did a great job. This is very important stuff, right? This all matters. So as it currently stands right now, Drew and Aaron, they fucking hate me. They despise me. I'm the bane of the earth. I'm a shaved ape. I'm an ogre. I'm an idiot. I'm the reason why Merc failed. All these things. It's funny to me. It's not funny, but anyway, I'll get to it. So anyway, here I'll do a little bit of screen share here. So Aaron makes a post. This is yesterday, I think. It's come to my attention that Sean Hidashiko's porn comic empire, okay, that's important too, has imploded. Oh, it has. Wow, I didn't know. Nobody told me. He's returning to the only properties that ever had sustenance. Returning? Okay, we'll talk about that in a minute. Because Murphy, Dolan Waddick, that's Drew, and I gave them sustenance before Sean screwed each of us over. I did? How did I screw anybody over? I love to know that. I love to know that. I don't know how. Everybody got paid. Everybody was compensated for whatever they're supposed to be. Everybody got paid. They all got paid. There's nothing. How did people get screwed over? I hired them. They did the job. Thank you. The books were published. Their names are in them. They got credit for what they did. How did they get screwed? I don't know. That's a great question. I have no idea. I've asked many times. Aaron has said in the past videos, he was promised a bunch of comps. Now, Murphy, love Murphy. She was in over her head at Merc. She really was. She tried her very best. She was in overhead. We didn't really realize it until towards the end. Aaron loves to praise Murphy, how great she is, because him and Murphy worked on some comics together. The Doomface thing that he did, which Drew tried to hijack all of our social medias and put all over the place. They've done a bunch of other stuff together too. So he loves Murphy. Well, if you're complaining about not getting your comps, guess who was in charge of getting you your comps? It was Murphy. She's the one who's supposed to make sure everybody had their comps and stuff was taken care of, and she paid the artist and she paid the stuff. She was in charge of Merck. She was the manager of all of it, the supreme president, whatever you want to call her, CEO, whatever. She was everything at Merck for a long time. If you didn't get your comps, Aaron, ask Murphy or message me. If I got them, I'll still send them to you. I mean, come on, man. It's not that difficult. Okay. Thank you, Kiss Kiss. Appreciate that. So let's go back to this. So in true desperate fashion, he's dragging out the lifeless corpse. This is another thing. Aaron thinks he's the smartest guy in any room he's in. And you're going to see that from all of his posts. He thinks he's so smart. He thinks he's so clever. He thinks he's so witty. He thinks he's like this intellectual juggernaut, right? And he thinks he's better. He talks down to me. He thinks he's better than me. It's really just kind of shitty. He's really just coming off as a pompous jerk, really, most of the time. So anyway, dragging out the lifeless corpse of Merck Publishing, with Death Race being the first desecrated corpse. You're so dramatic, Aaron. You're so dramatic. Testosterone, bro. Get on some testosterone. Maybe you should try that. It'll get some of your vaginitis out of you and your drama. Women are very dramatic. Aaron, wait, there he is. Aaron seems very dramatic. Anyway. Now, I'm sure this relaunch will have the very best scripts Sean's paid ChatGTP account can generate. Talk about that here in a second also. But I hope all of you will pass on this and back the project Murphy and I put together. See, Murphy is the best in the whole universe. Okay. Again, a lot of history here. So what happened to Merck? Great question. The same thing that pretty much happened to Artist Elite, which I'll talk about in a little bit, because that's another thing that comes up later on. It's going to be a long video. Buckle in, guys. Buckle in. Get yourself a drink. I need a drink. And buckle in. So Merck started to, we were in Lunar, and some of our issues weren't even selling like 2,000 copies. Well, to get printing where it's even a little bit affordable, we got to hit 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 copies. So we're ordering way more than we sold, hoping we're going to sell them at cons or on the website. We're doing Black Friday variants and LCS Day variants. We're doing all these variants and just trying to get, I still have cases of some of these books. So anyway, we were just paying way too much for printing than we were making on the comics. Even with launching Shikari stuff and everything else, it just wasn't making enough money. So it got to the point to where Murphy's just having these guys write more and more and more and more and more books. I'm like, where's this money going to? We have to pay the writer. We have to pay Aaron. We have to pay this artist. We have to pay interior art. We got an invoice from the studio. And I'm like, stop making comics. We can't afford this. As soon as I said, stop, or we got to pull back, everybody at Merck turned on me. I mean, they turned on me. They're like, what is he doing? We have to make comics in order to make money. And I'm going, no, the comics aren't selling that we're making. Guys, we can't continue to make comics. I can't continue to pay creators when they're not selling. We're not making the money. The Kickstarters were doing good. However, by the time, there's a lot of failures over there, a lot of failures. Murphy hired this guy in the warehouse. He's the best guy ever. He's going to be fantastic. And I finally started spending some time over there when things started imploding. And I was like, what happened? Why are we so far behind in these Kickstarters? Why are there so many far behind? Number one, a lot of the Kickstarters never got closed out. So people would fill out their surveys. And then like a year later, they fill out their surveys. And they're like, where's my order going to ship? And I'm like, what are you talking about? That Kickstarter's been fulfilled for 8 months. We're done with that. We've moved on. I'm like, why are there 10 unfulfilled orders? Oh, well, every month we go through and pick 2 back Kickstarters and update them. What? Why are they still open? What's happening? I finally got this guy. One time I said, okay, look, how many orders were fulfilled yesterday? I asked him for this big data analysis. It turns out to where 3 employees were fulfilling less than 10 orders a day. And I'm like, why are they fulfilling less than 10 orders a day? This is ridiculous. He came next week, he came back, and I said, okay, how many orders are you fulfilling a day now? And he goes, I don't know why, but for some reason now we're filling less orders per day. What? You don't know why? So you evaluated it, you dug into it, you stepped in as a leader, and now you're saying you're fulfilling less orders, but you don't know why. I looked at him dead into my eyes and I said, why should I not fire you right now? And all hell broke loose, you would think. I told him you have 2 days to tell me why and to keep your job. Murphy freaked out on me. You don't talk to people like that. You don't talk to people. It's like, for the fuck you don't. You apparently never had a real job before, because you definitely talk to people like that, especially when they're failing. Especially when they're failing and they have a good paying job. He wound up quitting a couple days later. And then about a couple weeks after that, Murphy also quit. Okay. Oh, another thing that happened. This is the big implosion that really put Merck over the top. We were $6,000 short for payroll. $6,000 short for payroll. Payroll ran every 2 weeks, and everybody's supposed to get paid. I got a message Friday night. Saturday, I got a call from the payroll company freaking out. Hey, we need this money in the account right now. I called Murphy and I was like, why is there not enough money in the account for payroll? Why am I getting this call? And she's like, oh my God. I don't know what to do. I had to transfer money out of my personal savings account into Merck to save the business, so everybody could get paid. After that, it was about 2 weeks after that where Murphy wound up quitting a couple weeks after that. So there was no money. This is what these guys don't understand. These creators, Aaron doesn't understand. Wait, where's he at? There he is. Aaron doesn't understand. I did not drive Merck Publishing into the ground. Sales dried up. We're paying way too many people for things I didn't need. Did I really need an editor and an editor-in-chief on Born of Blood? Did I really need 2 people to do that? Did I really need an editor, period? Since then, I've done I've edited all the books, and I love it. It's a blast. Of course, Aaron will be like, oh, your grammar is all screwed up on your grammar is wrong on your post on Facebook. You need to have an editor. You're too stupid to edit, you big oaf. Whatever. I've done just fine. Double Impact 1 and 2, Jinkies 1 and 2, Power Hour 1, 2, and 3, Rise of the Witch, Queens of Dixie. All these books I can go on and on. I've edited them all myself. I didn't need an editor. I'm not Marvel Comics, so I'm paying a guy for something I didn't really need in the first place. So I overpaid these people. I had 3 warehouse people that could not fulfill orders. I had Murphy that got a very nice salary that couldn't manage the warehouse. That was continuing to just make more comics. And I'm like, we can't afford to make more comics. Stop. We can't afford to make more comics. Sean doesn't understand comics. Sean's an idiot. Sean's so stupid. Okay, genius, you're just an editor. You don't understand the big picture. You don't see the money coming in, the money coming out. You don't see us launching through Kickstarter and then having, oh, thank God we got $40, $50, $80,000 in from a Kickstarter, and then boom, it's gone. It's gone because we got to make the next issue. We got to pay for printing. We got to pay for this. And then all these. When the warehouse dude quit, I went into the warehouse. I looked under his desk. There were at least 40 to 50 packages that had been returned that were just hiding under his desk. He was hiding them under his desk. Instead of processing the return, seeing if they needed a refund, seeing if they needed something else, he just hid them under his desk. And when I pointed that out to Murphy, she had no answer for me. This dude should never have been hired. He was in way over his head. And he was Murphy's roommate. There was way too much buddy going on there. It was just not good. So at the end of the day, Merck ended with, like, when Murphy quit, Merck, I think, was about $80,000 in debt between some credit cards, 2 credit cards, a working capital loan, and some other stuff. $80,000 in debt. I got it all paid off. It took me about a year, but I got it all paid off. So this douche clown doesn't know what he's talking about. In desperate fashion, he's dragging out the lifeless corpse of Merck Publishing. Are you kidding me? Merck is lifeless. He has no clue he's talking about. No clue he's talking about. And this is what bothers me the most. Call me a douche. I don't care. I don't care. I've been called worse by better men. What bugs me is that he acts like he has this insider knowledge. You were just an editor, bro. You lived in California. You were never here in any of the insider meetings. You never had conversations with myself and Jamie. You sat in a meeting or two. We would have once a week. We'd have a meeting or so. And you talked to Murphy, who was in overhead, did not know how to manage the company. You have no effing clue what happened over there. So you have no leg to stand on for any of the grounds. Any of the grounds? You have no ground to stand on for any of your legs. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He doesn't know what he's talking about. This is another thing here, this whole porn comic empire. Well, let me add stage. There we go. This porn comic empire. Well, you had no problem working for that porn comic empire when you were getting a paycheck. Those checks cleared pretty good, didn't it? By the way, we don't sell that at all. We do naughty covers, of course, everybody sees them. Go to Lunar, bagged variants from Image Comics, Vault. There's naughty covers everywhere. So what are you talking about? Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, call me. I've been called way worse by better men, 100%. So this is just kind of the start of this whole thing. So I actually replied to this. Let me see if I got these in order. I replied, and I was like, too cowardly to tag me. Here, let me put it up. I'm sure I'm missing a lot of stuff in there, but there's something also very important before I get to this. Sorry. This is what drives me insane, and I've been sitting on this for a long time because I didn't care enough. But check this out. Now, Drew and Aaron are like BFFs. They're like they're butt buddies. They do. He edits all of Drew's writing, and Drew's writing is so much better. Okay, I'm sure it is better. Everyone improves. I'm sure his writing is way better than what it was. I'm happy for him. I'm sure Aaron's editing is better. Every artist who, whatever you drew 5 years ago, you're probably better now if you keep up with your craft. It just happens. We would have meetings. In these meetings, it'd be like, hey, do you got a minute offline? Can we talk about something? Sure. We go offline. It's me, Drew. I'm sorry, me, Aaron, the editor-in-chief, Joe Corallo, the editor of the book, and Drew. And they're like, hey, man, we really got to talk to you about Drew's writing. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, tell me more. They're like, yeah, it's not good. We're rewriting everything, or we're having to tell him no for these crazy ideas. They're like, at this point, we feel like we're pretty much writing the books. And I said, look, it's not personal. It's just business, which these two douche clowns can't understand. It's just business, right? It's not personal. It's just business. I said, I'm not married to this guy. If his writing is not that great, then hire another writer. You're in charge of the book. Or give yourself dual writing credit, which is exactly what happened in issue 3 of Born of Blood. If you look from 3 all the way to 6, it says written by Dolan Waddick, which is his pen name, because for some reason he just can't be Drew. I don't know why. He's going to make up some stupid thing. I work for the government. And they can't have whatever. No one cares. You're a GS nobody. No one cares. You're GS 9 or some shit. No one cares that you write comics. Okay, anyway. I've been holding a lot of this in. These little things irritate me, but I try to let them get to me. So I said, it says written by Dolan Waddick with Joe Corallo. Right there. They decided to put him on there as a co-writer because Drew's writing wasn't good. Well, Drew caught wind of a couple things that I said, which I did say. I said, Drew's writing's not that good. Yes, I did say that because of my experience with Catfight versus Naughty and Nice crossover and the crossover with GS9. Oh, GS9. So that's a ranking in the government contracting system. It's pretty very mid, low level rank, I guess. Starts at 4, goes up to 15, I think. I can't remember. Anyway, so I gotta stop answering these questions. Throw me off track. So he, he's. Oh yeah, I said, hey, your writing's not very good. It's like, well, because I said it wasn't very good. The editors are telling me it wasn't very good, and I remember what you wrote for what do you call it? So it just wasn't very great. Oh, up to 16. Okay, got it. I never met a 16. I met a 15 and some 14s. Anyway, so yeah, I said, I did say that. I said it wasn't very good, but everyone can get better. If someone said Sean's drawing sucks, yeah, it would suck. So then he also would do a thing. Man, I got to tell you, these guys, Murphy and Drew, love to sign comics. They wanted to sign every comic they could. They love the celebrity side of being a comic book creator. And all they want to do is just sign comics. Any con you go to, they'd be like, hey, you want to buy a copy of our book? Cool. Okay, here you go. Thanks. You want me to sign it? I'm the writer. Want me to sign it? I would go crazy to kind of like, stop effing asking people to sign their comic. If they want you to sign it, they'll ask. Stop asking them, do you want me to sign your comic? Shut up. It's egocentric. It drives me nuts. Stop asking them to do it. He's signing Miss Meow comics. And I'm like, why would you sign Miss Meow? You had nothing to do with Miss Meow. You're not an editor. You didn't write it. You had nothing to do with it. Oh, well, one time me and Murphy had a conversation and I came up with this idea for the book. So that means I can sign it because I had this idea for the book and she used that idea. And I'm like, what are you talking about? No. I think I just walked away. I was like, whatever. I think I just walked away. Whatever, man. Sounds good. Sign away. And then I vented, probably saying, why is he even signing these books? So yes, I did say, why are you signing those books? And I did say that your writing wasn't very good. Now, I tried to talk to Drew about this, and of course he blocked me. And Aaron blocked me today also because Aaron is a cowardly, small, weak little man who is really big keyboard warrior, loves to have, I have a keyboard right here. He's big keyboard warrior, big tough guy, thinks he's super hyper intelligent, smartest man in the room, all hail and bow, worship the great Aaron. He's just a coward. So now the groundwork is laid. 32 minutes later, the groundwork is laid for what's been going on. So Aaron wants to, I said, hey, are you too cowardly to tag me in your post that he made? He can tag Murphy and Dolan, but not me. Okay. Seems like a bitchy thing to do. Too cowardly to tag me? Why would I have tagged you? This is not a conversation. It's a repudiation. Also, it's two. Oh, sorry. Grammar police. Sorry. You know what, Aaron? I will cede that you probably know grammar, punctuation, the English language better than me. I guarantee you can't do 10 push-ups. I'm just saying, we all have our strengths and weaknesses, right? I'm not gonna. I just did. I don't go around judging other people on their weaknesses. I mean, come on, this is stupid. Anyway, also, maybe you should use ChatGPT for this too. Oh, I forgot to cover that. Also, can you tell me what repudiation means? Oh, Aaron, you're so smart. Oh my God, I just can't believe I'm not as smart as you. Of course, I know what it means, you fucking asshole. Okay, this guy is licking his boots. That's fine. I said, hey, you know what? Let's talk on a live video. Open discussion. I'm down anytime. Max's channel. Max, I know I'm a great dude. It's a shame Aaron and Drew used him. They're literally using him for clout, for exposure. Look at me. Look at how great I am. They promote their projects on there. They get on there, and Max is just too cool of a guy to see through their bullshit. As I have previously told you, never said that, I have no desire to share any space with you. You're talking to me right now on Facebook, you idiot. You are not a peer. You're right. You're absolutely right. We are not peers, sir. You are 100% correct. You are not an equal. You said it. You are correct, Aaron Sparrow. We are not equals. You are absolutely correct. I am a man who has the courage to face his people and not a coward like you are. I also don't stick my nose where it doesn't belong. Sometimes some people call me the comic book police. Sometimes I get too opinionated on things. But yeah, we are definitely not the same for sure. I also know what the inside of a gym looks like. And yeah, okay, I'm not going to go there anymore. You're not a periodical. You're a scam artist. I am? Who have I scammed? Please tell me. Sleaze merchant? I've been called worse. A liar? Not true. And a fraud? Also not true. I do not cast pearls before swine. Oh, Aaron, you're so smart, you pretentious prick. God, fuck this guy so hard. I said, you make very bold accusations. If I were making such claims against someone, I wouldn't be afraid to do so to their face or give them a chance to reply. Now, I didn't see any of this. Some people sent it to me because I did make another comment about we're sharing space now. He made all these replies to me, and then he blocked me. Okay. I know your primitive reptile brain can't possibly grasp this, but let's make it clear for the peanut gallery. There's a gulf of difference between fearing someone and having no use for them. You fall into the latter. Well, why do you keep talking about me? Why do you keep talking about me? Aaron, if you were talking about me, I would never think about you again. I would never think about you again. I wouldn't. If someone asked me about you, I'd be like, he did a great job over at Merck. He did a pretty good job. But you want to come out and say all this shit about me? Okay. For some reason, I'm living rent-free in your brain. You're obsessed with me. You can't stop talking about me. Just stop. I don't want to roll up. If you want to roll up at a show, I'll be happy to tell you what a piece of shit I think you are. If you even look into your eyes and tell you what you already know. But do I need to go on a show, pretend we're on equal professional, moral, intellectual footing? No. I don't know if I have the next one. Oh, you're not going to come away a better person, be a waste of my time. Well, it's not a waste of my time letting people know who you are. You're not. You're not. Like, you're very close. The video he did with the Wheelers, the video he did with them, man, me and Jamie were very, 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 very close to suing them for defamation, because it wasn't like him saying an opinion. My opinion is Aaron Sparrow is a giant pussy. Make your own determination if you think he is. That's what I think he is. It wasn't that. It was you saying you have insider knowledge about something that you did not know anything about. That is not good. You want to do a show? Make you do it from the guys from Artist Elite. Sure, I'll talk to him later. Ireland Reed. What the fuck does he know about her? That's a whole nother story. A whole nother story that I have not talked about, and I probably won't for a while yet. And she hasn't talked about it, and she fucking knows why. Or the guy from Tidewater. It's not Tidewater, you idiot. It's Tidal Wave. And I've talked with Darren plenty of times. Or any of the people you screwed over. Who I haven't screwed anybody over. Or any of the people you had to take to court to get what you owed them. No one's taking me to court ever. No one's taking me to court ever. No one has ever taken me to court, you idiot. Again, what are you talking about? Oh, I'm reading this and you guys can't even see it. What are you talking about? Here, you guys can read it. Promises change when businesses change, right? Maybe. It depends. If I promise you you're going to get $50,000 in sales from this book, and then the book makes $1,000, does that mean I owe you $50,000? No, what that means is I was probably talking out my ass, and I shouldn't have made that promise. I didn't promise him that, by the way. Your employees hate you. No, they don't. Because they tell me. No, they don't. I know all my employees so well. Nobody hates me. Because I know, because that shows they cannot wait to tell me. Aaron, nobody has ran up to you at a show and told you how much they hate working for me. It doesn't happen. I know all my employees very well. I love my employees so much. I'm so grateful for them. I have the best team in comics. Oh my God, this guy's delusional. Anyway, you're not a good boss. I think I am. You're not a good leader. I also think I am. You're not a builder of universes. I kind of am though. Or an enabler artist. I definitely am that. I guess. Let me think here. Not they wouldn't have done it without me, but I'm gonna forget some names here. Zerdy, John Jiang. It's hanging over here. You can't see it because of the glare. John Jiang over here. Carly Cohen. First DC covers were with Comics Elite. I got many people their first professional work on Vampirella covers. I could go on and on and on. Yeah, I'm pretty much able artist, way more than you are, sir. You just want to be Mr. Negative Poopy Face, man. You're an untalented. I don't think so. Uncreative. I don't think so either. Gaslighting bully. This is so funny to me. Tell me when I'm telling lies. I already did. Deep down, you know I'm right. No, I don't. Now get the fuck off my page, you absolute oaf. He's so delusional. He's so delusional. Okay, that's all I got from this guy. There's more. Don't go anywhere. There's more. Trust me. Okay. So that's a lot of that's Aaron and Drew and the Merc stuff. Yeah, that's the Merc stuff. Now the next thing I'm going to talk about, I really don't have beef with these guys. God, everybody's asking me for so long, and I'm going to break my golden rule. I already broke it. I've given so many people advice: just ignore the haters, ignore the haters, ignore the haters. I need to just reply and respond. Okay, so we're going to talk about the Wheelers. I have no problem with these guys. If anything, they're doing what the industry needs. I don't agree with how they're doing it. A couple things they've done, I really just think it's really slimy, but that's just my opinion. I don't make posts about them saying how slimy they are. This one thing they did slimy, the thing they did with Brian Pulido. I think they can be a little hypocritical. We all can. I mean, Aaron is the biggest hypocrite of them all. You're telling me in meetings his writing is bad, and then Drew getting mad because I said his writing is bad. Go talk to your best friend, bro, who said in many meetings your writing was bad and Joe needed to rewrite your books, and now he's anyway. Okay, so Mindy Wheeler picks this up. Of course she does. Sean Hudasco is a giant douche nozzle. Okay. Sorry. I think it's funny being insulted sometimes. Call me names. It doesn't bother me. I say this with a clear conscience. Okay. You've all seen what kind of nasty stuff he's tried to throw at us. No. What have I thrown at you, Mindy? I haven't thrown anything at you. I don't go after you. I don't talk about you guys. I don't. I just don't. Time and time again, when people do that, the Wheelers are so bad thing. It's just projection. We love our readers. I will give them credit. They do. They love their readers. They love their comics. They love being creative, and they always want to have a positive space. Come on, Mindy. You guys are not the most positive people in the comic world. Let's be for real about that. And we'll always fight for that. Okay. I'm totally cool with that. Well, Mindy took everything Aaron posted and ran with it. Okay. Same thing, Aaron. For those asking about my little Facebook dust up today, bro, nobody's asking you about your Facebook dust up. You get no traction. Nobody sees your shit. The few people that see it, your mom, your grandma, your dog, yourself, whatever. Nobody sees your shit. I finally just blocked a big dumb animal. You're so smart, Aaron. He's a reply guy. I'll just keep posting his junior high intellect level attempts to manipulate me to doing what he wants me to do. Waste my time in some sort of video debate with him. No, but you'll waste tons of time making posts about me constantly. You're constantly talking about me. You talk about me all the time. You are obsessed with me, Aaron. You're obsessed with me. Let me know when you finally just want me to send you some like naked pictures of myself so you can just whack off to me whenever you want to, thinking about me. Here's screenshots of the bulk of the exchange. To all of you who Sean has lied to or altered the deal in the past, please let me know. Comment on this video if I've lied to you, please. I'm waiting. Okay. This is not me. It's not who I am. Okay, this guy here made some jokes. It was kind of funny, actually. Okay, Andrew Mangum. He's done a lot of covers for Merck. Reconnected with him in Dallas Fan Expo. He's worked for Drew also. He's done some covers for Drew. He's just a good dude. Good Texas boy. Good. Get married. His kids, an artist. His daughter's joined the Air Force. Just good dude. Good dude. Had dinner with him right outside when Aaron and Drew and those are having dinner on the inside. Okay, they could have talked to me right then. I don't want to share space with you. Oh, I'm too good for you, sir. Whatever, Aaron's such a dick. Andrew, I don't keep up with drama because, well, there's always going to be shit talkers. Yes, there is. The difference is shit talkers only do it online, and the ones will do it face to face. Yes, Aaron only does it online. He is a chicken shit to say anything to me to my face, because if he did, he'd have to say it and then run away. I think you're a jerk, and I'm going to run away now because I'm not going to share space with you. Anyway, how'd you ever get started with Back and Forth with Sean Hernashko? So Andrew's generally curious. Do you do covers for him? I worked in the industry for a long time and worked for a lot of publishers, and tell you the truth, Sean has shown more respect to me in my work than others that have been in the game way longer. If I have a problem, I tell him. If I want to say something looks fucking stupid, I say it. He does. I'm a very brutally honest guy. If something sucks, I'm like, bro, that cover sucks. And then her face looks jacked up. That leg looks so dumb. You got to fix it. I'll say it a little nicer. But yeah, of course. People want people to be honest with them, right? Pays taken care of on time. Comps are sent out on time. He makes sure credit is given in the book for artists creating the work. I've never had a problem in all the years. I'll tell him face to face, stop acting like a bitch. He'll tell me my face, stop acting like a bitch. Yes, we do. It's respect to each other, to be honest. Respect. Aaron, if you're still listening, that's what men do. Men talk to each other directly, and men talk to each other with respect, especially if they disagree on something. That's what men do. Obviously, no one ever taught Aaron that. Anyone I see on your post from time to time, and always wonder what started it. Some of the things I see people say cracks me up because there are other publishers, editors, or companies that do some disrespectful shit to artists. I never see anyone bitch about them. Maybe y'all should just meet at a con, have a live panel face to face, and talk shit about like Todd and Peter did a long time ago. I would love to do a video with the Wheelers. I think it would be fun, actually. I love to talk to them. They can tell me stuff that they do that I don't like. I can tell them stuff that they do that they don't like. We can tell each other to just fuck off and then go on with our lives, or meet up somewhere. They're in Chicago, I'm in Indianapolis. We'll meet somewhere and have beers and drinks together, and then tell each other that we're a bunch of dicks and have fun drinking. We'll drink it out. I would have no problem doing that. Aaron, Andrew, happy to hear you haven't had the experience of the majority of people. The majority of people. So funny. Who's had the misfortune to see my true face? This is my true face. I hope for your sake, you only ever experience the facade. Yeah. So I could go on and on about how many covers. I have published more books, more covers than Aaron Sparrow could ever dream of putting out or publishing. I have paid, probably six figures out to artists and creators and writers. 100%. Oh, Shikari, you're going to come up in a little bit. You should stick around. He already knows. Thank you. Like I said, I've been in this world for a long time and worked for some people that, wow, that went south quick. I have been stabbed in the back, had shit talked about me, projects taken off from under me, lost money. And one thing that all the people had in common is they would never have faced me face to face. Sean Oscar and I talk shit, and I think I got the next part. Here we go. And say what we want to face to face. I respect that. I respect that because you can talk to people face to face, even video to video. How much respect? I'm not going to share a space with you because I am better than you. You're a fucking coward, Aaron Sparrow. 100%. I respect that. I get credit for work I've done in books. I get plenty of comps and paid on time. So far, So far, so good. I'm not worried about it. And you should not be, sir. Happy you haven't had the experience. Majority of people who have had the okay, yeah, whatever. Majority of people, you have no clue. If I just made a post and were like, hey, if you've ever enjoyed working for Merck or Comics Eat or me, just give a shout out. And I'd even want to know, have I ever screwed anybody over? Does anybody feel like I owe them anything? Let me know. I'll make it right. I always make it right. There may be some dude out there's like, I never got a slab, or my slab was cracked, or never got my shipment. Always message us. I'll make it right. Just keep your eyes open and always make sure he gives you a contract. A contract for what? You edited comics, you wrote comics, you got paid for the comics. If you were owed comps, talk to your BFF Murphy and ask her about that, or just reach out to me, you effing coward, which you won't because you're a coward. Yes, I'm saying coward many, many times. Okay. Man, thank goodness guys like this have never joined the military, because they would either have been kicked out or ran out or just had their ass beat every day for just someone like this would bitchify a unit so quick. Just saying. Yeah, take a shot every time I say coward. Oh man, I'd be wasted myself. Okay, so Mindy replies. So this is Mindy's version of things. I read through it. It's pretty accurate. You know, a lot of things happened a long time ago, so things are remembered differently. I have a different take on things. Some of this stuff I just don't remember at all, but we're going to go through it. So dig in here. I think I met Sean in 2017. I was an artist who Sean Indianapolis invited me to his warehouse in a sketch competition between Kincaid and Enoch were there. They offered to auction off my original account, which was fine. I don't remember that. I made the most of anyone there. I don't remember that either, but I'm not going to argue with you. That's fine. I went to check a small way to talk about after the event. Okay, so yes, Mindy, I have the pictures. It was such a fun event. I just opened the store. Mindy and Christy Knott and Ryan Kincaid came out. I have the pictures. You should see the sketch jams these guys did. There were 8-foot-long tables full of these blanks that were drawn on by these guys, and they looked so freaking cool. I was blown away by how the speed and quality the three of these artists did. It was amazing. It was amazing. It was a lot of fun. Mike was there. I talked to Mike, had some great conversations. It was awesome. I found out later that I talked shit about them for people purchasing my artwork and contacted me later, and it came up in a conversation that I know you and Sean don't get along with. And I said, what are you talking about? We get along just fine with Sean. So I learned about how he's talking to Smek about my husband. I let it go. This drives me insane, right? This drove me insane all the way back in high school and other shit, like a little bit in the military units when I got out of the infantry and I joined communications. And I mean, honestly, now there's girls in the unit. The drama went through the roof. I just hate that someone said this. Who said what? I would love to confront the person that said, all this has been because someone said I talked shit about the Wheelers and Mike. I had no problem with them. I was shocked when I heard that Mindy was upset because someone said that I talked shit about her. Shocked. And this whole thing came about when she made a post about Shikari about a year ago now, I think. She made this post about Shikari, calling him AI and he's fake and a photo basher. And she's talking about me in there. And I was like, what? And I was like, tag me. You're a coward. Tag me. That must be my thing, calling people cowards, I guess, right? She unblocked me. To her credit, she unblocked me, and then, or maybe we friended. I don't know if we were even blocked. She friended me. I started commenting on her stuff, and it was honestly like a lot of just venom. Like I was a little kind of shocked. Like, why are you so? And then Mike jumped in, and Mike's all full of rage and anger about Shikari 2 years ago. Shikari, and they're like, we want to see. Oh, I remember. We want to see proof. We want to see proof. Do a video of a work in progress. He wasn't set up that way to do videos work in progress. He has tons of tutorials on his Facebook group, Shikari. It's an open group. Just got to join it. See tons of tutorials. I showed that to her. I posted that to her. That's not good enough. That's not good enough. Mike was like, I will give you $1,000, whatever he said. I'll put $1,000 right now if you draw me a sketch cover. And Shikari's like, I haven't drawn a pencil to paper in years. He's a digital artist. Some guys can't draw like that. Maybe if you put the paper on the screen or something, I don't know. But I staked my entire reputation and career on the fact that Shikari is a digital artist that does not use AI. He doesn't. He never has. He does not. I'm a huge advocate against it. So Shikari, he started in the video game world. If you look, you can see his progression all the way from when he worked in video games all the way to his covers now are drastically different than his covers even a year ago or 2 years ago. I still have some of his art I bought from a couple years ago. I haven't published yet. Anyway, this is how this whole started, was the hatred, I guess, the faux hatred. So anyway, it didn't shock. Let me share this again. Sorry. It didn't shock me because he worked with people who were considered gossipers. I don't know who that is. My old publisher, I don't know who that is either. People I consider toxic. Okay. So in my eyes, he just joined the toxic crowd, was just like them like that. I wasn't. I'd heard about Mike possibly doing some shady stuff with a con, some stuff with PGX. I didn't know the details. I've heard all kinds of rumors about it. I've never talked to Mike directly about it because it wasn't my business, you know. My key takeaway: he was ungrateful for the time and effort I spent. Oh, Aaron would criticize her for the capital F. Aaron, you better criticize your friend. Tell her how smart you are and how incredibly brilliant you are. And let her know the F should not be capitalized. Aaron, she needs an editor. Your great editing ability. Okay, sorry. For the time helping his warehouse at 3 long. Oh, of course I'm not ungrateful for that. It was fun. I loved it. Fast forward some years later, he's posting that the slabbing thing. This is where Mike went off the deep end. And this is where I lost a lot of respect for Mike. We're at a Comic-Con. Quick story. We're at Comic-Con in New Orleans. Myself, my wife went with me. Ryan Kincaid was there. Spent a lot of time with Ryan. He was our artist for a long time. He was the guy for Comics Elite. He did so many covers. I go on and on and on. So many covers. Oh, first DC cover Ryan Kincaid did for Comics Elite too. So CBCS just came out with a thing. On my YouTube channel, I just made a video of the slab of the day is graded as art. You could submit anything that was drawn on to be graded as art. I thought it was a great novelty. It was fun. Remember, comics are supposed to be fun. Remember that, right? So we're at this bar drinking hand grenades, getting slaughtered. And I grabbed a bunch of napkins and I was like, Ryan, let's sell some graded napkins. He was like, what? Reluctantly, Ryan started doing some remarks, drawing sketches on these napkins. Gave a couple to the bartenders, gave a couple to some people sitting around us. I made a post on Facebook, graded napkins, who wants one? And I was taking pictures in the reply comments. People were replying, I want that one, I want that one. We made like no money on it. We were doing it for fun. We're selling them for the cost of grading. I think we were like $30 or $35 for the napkin. It wasn't much, but it was how much it cost to grade it, ship it. Ryan made like $5 or $10 per one. Mike Wheeler lost his shit. He made a big post. Look at these assholes grading napkins. They're ruining the industry. He come at me so hard. 100%. Fast forward to some years later, and he's posting that he's slabbing napkins drunk at a bar with Ryan Kincaid. I thought it was a really stupid thing to do, and I said so. But that wasn't mean about it. I never thought, Mindy, maybe you didn't. Your husband came super, super hard at us, attacked, pulled the post up. He was a total asshole about it. Completely asshole about it. So don't just point the finger at me. Sean was such a jerk, blah, 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 blah. Come on. We got to take accountability for everything that we do here, right? So, yes, we were grading napkins. It was a blast. I have a graded napkin from eBass still. It's in my, I promise him I'll never, ever sell it or show it. It's mine. Okay, anyway. To me, saying something is stupid isn't being mean. Okay. Well, come on. I mean, if someone said your art was stupid, you'd be upset about it. Yes, you would. I mean, they were basically saying Ryan Kincaid was Bob Kane. No, we weren't. We were grading fucking napkins in a bar drunk. How are we saying he was Bob Kane? Are you kidding me? It was fun. Our fans liked it. Ryan's fans liked it. My buyers liked it. It was just fun. And you guys had to go after it and attack it, call it stupid. You just said it right there. They're basically saying Ryan Kincaid is Bob Kane. Really? Really, Mindy? Come on. You're better than that. Not that big of a deal. Anyways, apparently Sean was pretty offended about this. Well, yeah, you came after me super hard for nothing. Ryan's been a nice dude. Oh, so it's okay if Ryan, but let's come after me, right? You don't want to piss off an artist, but I guess I'm an easy target. Fast forward to 2023. I've been watching Mr. Artist Shakari for a while. He's a horrible photo basher. No, he's not. Absolutely not. Been proven many times. He's got tons of videos out there now. He's posted them. There's videos about probably, yeah, I don't know what he's doing. Yeah, probably. So yeah, there's tons of work in progress video out there of Shakari drawing his stuff, and he doesn't post too much. He's not gonna give away secrets, but he clearly draws his stuff from start to finish. Everyone that's ever worked with him, he's done covers for a lot of other people. Everyone has seen his progress from start to finish. I think the big giant FU that shut everybody up was when Brian Polito hired him for some Lady Death covers. Brian straight up is like, I'm very confident he's not AI at all. And he's not. And there you go. He bragged about being a B-Love artist that was nobody until Sean found him. I don't remember that. And I mean, the art was absolutely horrid. No, it's not. It's stunningly good. Seabridge, Sean found a new cash cow, which is at that point seemed a repeat pattern with him. Found a cash cow. You mean I found an artist that people like to buy that I could hire for work, and all my people like to buy his stuff, so we were making lots of sales. He's creating great art. Yeah, that's what every retailer does. Every retailer does. Look at Big Time Collectibles and John Jiang. Tons of covers together. They're pretty much joined together at the hip. Miko Suing and Big Time Collectibles, Natalie Sanders and KRS. Yeah, they find cash cows and they make lots of money together. That's what they do. At one time, Shakari was the highest paid artist in the industry. I was paying him. I've already talked about it. So is he. He was making $7,000 a cover at his peak. That's how great his covers. I got him to go. Finally went exclusive with Comics Elite. Took a lot of convincing. He thought he had some good friends in the industry. Apparently some of them weren't. And he does stuff for us now. He doesn't still make $7,000. He's still very, very, very well paid. And he's crushing it. Anyway, okay. Then he violated celebrity likeness with Margot Robbie Barbie cover. I'm going to talk about this. On top of that, I see Shakar's artwork improve, and this was less simultaneous release of AI. Okay, here we go. I was still learning about it, but it looked very questionable to me. I made a post about sharing my thoughts. At this time, my page was private. Sean's messages me were not for reasons he wants to condemn me publicly, so made him. Okay. Yeah, she did. This is what I was talking about, how she did make me his friend. Okay, so let me think. So AI is bad, and Shakari's art is garbage. Okay. Then why, riddle me this, Mindy. Why is it that if it's so bad, let me go here. I went and found some of, hey, these are the covers that the Wheelers do, which is fine. Good for them. Hopefully, so Aaron, remember when Aaron was talking about, Aaron likes to crack on me for my porn empire, blah, blah, blah. Well, he's really good friends with the Wheelers. The Wheelers sell booby books. Their main cover title is called Boobs. Aaron, you effing hypocrite. You are such a hypocrite. You don't even know it. Mindy, AI is bad. Let's drop this into the Hive AI detector. You already know. Mike generates covers. Your last Kickstarter was almost 100% AI, this one. And Mike calls these, they're so bad, right? That Mike has to use AI, and he calls his covers now Shakara Mike. You can't see it, but that's like his little signature. He calls it Shakara Mike. So, okay. nowhere does this say this is AI. I guess if somebody stumbled on your website. So again, let's such hypocrisy. AI is bad, but your last Kickstarter campaign, I don't know if I can even find it. Oh, here's your current one. Mighty Morphin Pussy Rangers. Aaron, just jumped up. Congratulations, almost at 30,000. 14 days to go. Hey, if you want to go contribute to their thing, go for it. I'm not telling anybody not to. If you like it, buy it. I've said that for the whole time. There's one you did was humongously nothing but how can I find this project? Oh, campaign. I'm sure there's a Shakara mic cover for this one. So come on, he's using AI, and supposedly it's a parody. It's just an excuse to use AI to create covers to get sales. Period. That looks like maybe another Shakara mic right there. I can't tell. Sorry. Anyway, give them credit. They do some cool stuff. I mean, that's kind of cool. Honestly, that design's kind of cool. You got a cool helmet set. Okay, that's clever. I mean, that was a famous set that was done. Nothing wrong with that. Diaz, Escuto, whoever that is, another Diaz, caused by Diaz. Oh, I'm sorry, looking at colors. Let's color Lee, the Pena. Here we go. Shaka Mike. Come on, man. I don't know if I can do this with this. Probably won't work because there's too much other stuff in there. I mean, come on. This is it. Yeah, even with all that stuff there, so you come at 80%. This is AI. He's using AI covers. This is AI to sell these, and he's using Shaka Mike. Come on. You hate Shikari so much, but you're trying to mimic him and imitate him, and even using a parody of his name and AI to make sales. I mean, hypocrisy. Come on. Dripping with hypocrisy. It's crazy. All right. On top of that, she are can prove. Okay, so she's made it public. I threw a hissy fit. Okay, I guess I threw a hissy fit. I'm attacking me personally. I never attacked you personally. I'm not being nasty. I never said you were. I never attacked you, anything about you. I never said you were like fat, ugly, stupid. Nothing at all. I don't believe any of those things, so I wouldn't say them. I didn't attack you personally. Him and Shikari do it both. No, they didn't. Instead of talking, you accused me of hiring a cheap Indian, hiring an Indian just to get cheap work. That's what you accused me of doing. Little bit ridiculous. They both flipped their shit, even though it was my opinion. Oh, she just keep hiding behind your opinion. Come on, Mindy. You can't say mean things and say, it's just my opinion. Come on, Mindy. Like anyone can have an opinion on the internet. It's not a big deal. Okay. Sean's calling me stupid. I didn't insult your business either. I don't believe. If I did, I'll apologize for it. People are genuinely asking to see Shikari's work in progress. Yes. He clutched Pearl about for years. No, he didn't. He had tons of work in progress. It just wasn't good enough for you. You said it wasn't good enough. Born of Blood is over, yes. He refused to show anything besides his fan base. Even being like, dude, why don't you show a progress video? It would help you show up the Wheeler Troll. And he had tons of stuff. And then he did. He bought the equipment to get set up. He had to get a whole new computer, everything, to get set up to be able to do work in progress videos. He showed him a vow never show work in progress. No, we didn't. We never vowed to never show work in progress video. Sean said we had tickets were a 24-year Marine recruiter. I was 24-year Marine. I did not recruit for 24 years. I was in the Marine Corps for 24 years, which, by the way, Mindy, one time you decided to come after me super hard and attacking my service. Like, okay, recruiter, man, we hear you. Like, really? Like, why do you got to talk down to me or people like that? Like, call me recruiter, man, or something like, oh, like I wasn't, my service sucked because I was a recruiter. I was a career recruiter for 12 years of my 24 years of service. Half my time was spent on recruiting duty. And I did all kinds of cool shit in recruiting. Anyway. The whole thing was suspicious. No, it wasn't. They started attacking my artwork. I never attacked her. Spiral Control trolling me. Sean went on his page and cried. I cried. He ended up making a big statement. We're horrible people. Nobody should do business with us. I don't think I said. Maybe I did. I was probably really upset at the time. There's a lot of nasty shit flying around. I don't harbor any ill will in my heart. I don't. I legitimately would meet you guys and have beers and hang out. I really would. I think it would be good for everybody if we did that. Meanwhile, Shikari's posting from this. Aaron Sparrow, Shikari should be capitalized. Aaron, you're pretentious is needed. Posted from this sock account, all these likes. I stole the catch. What? Posted from this sock account, all these likes. I stole the sketch from Mike Cohen, published it for boobs too. So here's the rumor. Again, I don't know if this is true or not. It's what I heard. I heard that you guys went around to a con, hired a bunch of artists to do commissions, and then used those commissions as covers. Got them colored, then used them as covers, and you never had permission to use them as covers. That's what I heard. Don't know if it's true or not. That's what I heard. We have a signed contract with him. Oh, there you go. That's cool. You have a contract with him, then it's no big deal. You did the right thing. Good for you. Anyway, a few months later, it turns out I was right. They did infringe on Margot Robbie's rights. Hit with a cease and desist, was had to destroy the entire cover. Okay, so Mindy, you ratted us out to Margot Robbie's people. You did that. You did that. I have the emails from her people proving it. The exact same screenshots that were on your post are exactly what they sent me. They referenced your Facebook post in the email they sent me. You ratted us out to Margot Robbie's people for Sha'Carri using a likeness of Margot Robbie. Was it wrong? Yes. Did we suffer for it? Yes. Why was that wrong? But it's okay for you to publish stuff like this. Star Wars, you put Brian Polito's likeness up there. Execute order, cease and desist, because he sent you a cease and desist to stop stealing his Lady Death character by doing a Lady Darth. Why was this okay for you to do it? I think I didn't show it. Why is it okay for you to do this cover, a parody of Brian Polito, but it's not okay for us to use the likeness of Margot Robbie? You can use Brian Polito's likeness. Oh, because it's a parody. We did a parody too. Mindy, there you are. Mindy, would you like to come on the video? I'll send you a link. Okay, so you're talking about laws. But Mindy, we're talking about what is right. You said, I don't think it's right for someone to make money off of a celebrity's likeness. You didn't say it's legal. You said, I don't think it's right for someone to make money off of someone else's likeness. You are making money off of this person's likeness. It's the same thing, Mindy. And you ratted us out to Margot Robbie's people. I haven't said that to anybody until right now. It's all just going to come out. So yes, hypocrisy, humongous amounts of hypocrisy. I'll send you a link. If you want to, you can come on and we'll talk. You might come on and we'll talk. No problem with that. Can you not read good? No, I can't read good. No, ask Aaron. Apparently, I can't read good. I need editors and stuff. So again, I didn't insult you. Why do you guys say, can you not read good? That's just rude. And it's why you got to come in here and start being rude about shit. Again, like I said, it's the same thing. You said it's not right for someone to make money off of someone's likeness, which is why what I did with Margot Robbie was wrong, but you're doing the same thing with Brian Polito. Hypocrite, 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 hypocrite. 100%. Okay. Where was I? Here we go. Yeah, so good on you for doing the right thing with Mike. We did get a cease and desist. I had to destroy all the covers. Meanwhile, I never got an apology. Why would I apologize to you for using Margot Robbie's likeness? I don't understand. She said, go back and read my post. I'm sorry you can't read. It's not the same. Ours is satire. You don't have enough transformation factor. Okay, so look at you laugh. Ha, and I was right, wasn't it? Mindy, you're not hearing my point. I'm not talking about satire, IP theft. You said, I'm not going to go find your post. They're blocked anyway. You've said, I feel like it's not right. Let me go back and look at your comment right here. I mean, geez, I think it's right here. They did infringe on Margot Robbie's rights. How are you not infringing on Brian Polito's rights? How are you not infringing on Brian Polito's? I'm infringing on Margot. Oh, because it's satire. Oh, it's satire. Okay. I'm sure some legal person would have a great time trying to disseminate between the two. right? Oh, you're a legal expert, Mindy. Yes. Oh, I'm a dummy. Okay, I'm a dummy. I'm a dummy. Got it. Got it. You know what? I just want to do. What makes something what makes something satirize use of humor, irony, and exaggeration to critique human shortcomings, institutions or society with the goal of inspiring improvement. Unlike simple comedy, satire has a moral or political purpose that provides social commentary. Unlike simple comedy, satire has a moral or political purpose. What moral purpose did you have by making fun of Brian Pleto? Or what political purpose was it to make fun of Brian Pleto? I don't understand which one it was. Just trying to wonder which one that was. Just saying. Anyway, a target critique satire must have intends to criticize, can be an individual, social community, government, mindset, institution. Okay. I agree. It is hilarious. It is hilarious. The goal of inspiring improvement. What were you trying to inspire? What was the goal of your inspiring improvement to Brian Pleto? What were you exactly inspiring him to improve? I'm just wondering. I'm just wondering. Yeah. To critique human shortcomings. So it's not just what is, it's why it's being done. See, there's two elements to this. So you're calling me a dummy. I don't think I'm a dummy. What makes something is the use of humor, irony, exaggeration. For what? To what end? To what purpose? To critique human shortcomings, institutions, or society with the goal of inspiring improvement. Oh, critique human shortcomings because you're standing up to him for being a bully. Oh, okay. Okay. So he's trying to protect something that he spent his entire life creating. He spent his entire life creating Lady Death. And him trying to stand up for that is not good, right? It's not a good thing. I don't even know where to find it. Him trying to stand up for the Lady Death. I'm actually promoting your website a little bit here too. Mature titles, Star Horrors. Let's go to this one. Maybe I gotta pick books. I picked books. Nope. Okay. You guys must have sold out. Good for you. Congratulations. Digital. I mean, it's clearly a Lady Death parody. You even admitted it. So I'm just saying, it wasn't satire. It was not satire. I never claimed it to be a satire. I've said we were wrong for doing that. I've said it many times. Yeah. I think it's kind of a bitch move for you to rat us out like that by sending it to Margot Robbie's people. I really do. And you said the reason you did that is because you don't think it's right for someone to make money on someone's likeness. I don't feel like that's but it's okay for you to do it anyway. Okay. Yeah, sure. Go ahead. I mean, if you want to. I don't. Okay. It's not. Do we not just come on? Like, I'll send you an invite. Unblock me. I'll send you an invite right now. I ran your name through the mud. I didn't run your name through the mud. Credit card wrongdoing. He was wrong for sending you a cease and desist. No, I didn't run your name through the mud. I feel like I do. Yeah. Hey, you said opinions, right? It's okay to have an opinion. My opinion is it was a total shitty move to send our cover to Margot Robbie's people, trying with the intent of getting us in trouble. Yeah, it was wrong to do it. 100%. I learned a very valuable lesson. Apparently, you don't have the same respect for people to admit, hey, maybe we were wrong. Maybe we shouldn't have done this. Instead, you want to double down and make that cover about him. I mean, okay, you're going to put his likeness on the cover and say it's satire because you're going to teach him a lesson. Okay. I'm sure you taught him a lesson. I'm sure you did. You taught him a lesson. You put me in your comic too for some reason because Shikari, because you didn't believe that he drew his stuff digitally. Anyway, few institutions I did infringe on the rights to give cease and desist. Yes, I did. End up actually showing his work. They end up actually showing his work in progress videos. Now I have to pay for it. You don't have to pay for it. You do not have to pay for it. Go to his group. Go to his group. He has a group. It's Shikari group. He puts his videos in there. No problem. It's in there. You don't got to pay for it. I don't move a single fucking thing out of it. Okay, that's your opinion. Because our programs just put an invisible photo underneath. Okay, sure. No matter what Shikari does. And I said this a long time ago. No problem, Mindy. Let me get my Facebook ready. I said that. Also, no matter what Shikari does, it's not going to be good enough for you. No matter what he does. 100%. Sean's making claims on the covers he was selling. Shikari's faces were drawn from scratch. It was drawn digitally. No, they were drawn digitally, of course. Off the top of my head, on top of my own bad experience with Sean, he has screwed over. Aaron, she capitalized he again. Aaron, she capitalized he. It's not supposed to be capitalized. Aaron, he screwed over quite a lot of people financially. No, I haven't. Horror stories all the time. Please tell me who. Bad customer service, straight up losing money for groupie called. Yes, I'm going to talk about the Artist Elite next, 100%. Which Brett Booth had. Yeah, I'm going to pull that video up, actually. They did all the artwork up front, if I'm not mistaken. They did. They drew all of it. Yes, they did. They drew all the work. I posed their art rep and kind of. Next thing you loses all the money. They didn't give me any money, Mindy. They didn't give me any money. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. I got you, Shikari, man. No problem. No problem. I don't blame you. I don't even know how to go to my block stuff either. Let me see. Maybe it's me. Settings. I'm going to turn off dark mode. Oh, that's bright. I don't want to bore everybody by me trying to figure out how to. Settings, privacy, settings. Sorry, give me just 1 second. Blocked people. I just want to see. This is not user-friendly whatsoever. Profile details, professional mode, stories, reels. Oh, here we go. Blocking and tagging. Let's see. Reviewing. Oh, damn it. It doesn't show there either. Maybe we'll have to just schedule something, Mindy. I'm cool with that too. Let me know if you figured out, because I can't figure it out either. Yeah, I'm not going to try to spend too much time on it right now. I've already been live for an hour and 20 minutes. There's actually a video I'll post a link to. Sure, I got it and pull it up too. On top of several employees have come out spoken against Sean for being a dumbass and screwing them around financially. Who did that? Please tell me who I screwed over financially, because it was nobody. Made $20 million in comics. I don't know if we've made. Oh, Matt Cole, thanks, man. Go to settings and search blocking. Okay. Bear with me, people. Settings. I'm searching for blocking. Blocking. Oh, here we go. Restricted list. I think that might be it. Edit. See your restricted list. That's not it. Block profiles. Here we go. Block profiles and pages. See your blocked list. Oh, I do got some people on there. Here, I'll unblock Mike. I can't reblock it for 48 hours. Okay, I unblocked Mike and Mindy. Okay, I unblocked you, Mindy. Okay, yeah, I had you blocked for sure. I had you and Mike both blocked. So we promised to be nice to each other. I don't want to deal with any more drama. I don't have time for this shit. Mindy, search for you in my messenger. Mindy Wheeler. I think this is you. Yeah, I think that's you. All right, give me a sec here, guys. Sorry. Yep, you're texting now. Yo. Okay, yep, that is you. Okay. Well, I'm talking about her, John, so I would be talking a lot also. That's why I invited her to come on. See, Aaron, I'm not a coward. I'll talk to people. I will talk to people. Okay. Someone please come out. Yeah. I paid all my writers. I paid all my writers. I paid them. I paid them. I paid them. All right. And let's see here. Andrew says, wow. Sorry, that's a rough experience. I'm trying to let shit bug me that bad. After my time in this industry, I have some shit experience, publishers, writers, and keyboard. I think the keyboard hurt us, help us face to face. Oh, yeah, I think I read this part. Okay. Yeah, so there we go. And then Mindy posted again. Oh, yeah, so I did see the video link. Someone sent that to me. Someone sent that to me. And yeah, I'm going to talk about it. Let me play the video. Oh, here, Mindy's in here first. Hello, can you hear me? Test.
Test.
Yo, hello, Mindy.
Hi, what do you want?
What do I want? So here's why I'm live. Aaron started all this with me, actually. So I just got tired of all this misinformation out there. So I just needed to finally set the record straight and tell my side of the story and clear up a lot of misconceptions. So I'm not mad about Aaron can call me all the names he wants to. I don't get butthurt by names, but like I said earlier in the post, he likes to come out like he has some insider information or he knows stuff that really happened at Merck, and it's just not true. So, I was going through your stuff also here, your reply to Andrew. And I said it before, I don't know when you jumped in, but here, let me share this too. Hold on. I don't know when you jumped in, but
just like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah. So I started by going through Aaron's post, and I called Aaron a bitch. I did call him names because I think he just is a bitch. And I went through your reply, and I even said, I was like, most of this I agree with. Mindy, this is what I'm confused about.
Okay.
I'm so glad we're talking, by the way. I really am really glad we're talking. I had nothing but great memories and things to say about you. I love the sketch jam that happened at the store all those years ago. We're coming up on almost 10 years ago now. It still comes up in my camera roll. I see the pictures. It was such an amazing memory for me. I still think that we are the first ones to ever do a sketch jam like that. No one else did it before we did it.
Yeah, I don't know, but
yeah, I don't think so.
That's not what I heard. I heard that you were talking trash about me later from customers from that event.
Okay. So this is what drives, and I talked about this too. This drives me insane. This happens to me more than not. Where someone will say, I heard someone said this thing. It just happened to me like last week. And I'm like, who said this? Because I don't remember saying anything at all. I'm not the person that just runs around talking shit about people. I'm not a gossiper. Anyone that knows me knows that I don't have time. It doesn't interest me. I don't, if I ever said anything negative about you after the sketch jam, it was, I can apologize for it, but I don't remember saying anything. It feels weird apologizing for something I don't remember ever saying. I never would have, I had no ill will in my heart towards you or Mike. I had a great time talking with you guys at the event. It was awesome. Now, fast forward to the napkin gate.
Yeah.
And I was shocked because Mike came after me so hard for that. I mean,
I don't think so. I think he just commented and then he got mad.
Okay, so he made an entire post about it. And he basically said, look at these jerks. And he said some derogatory term. I can't remember exactly what it was. But the long line was the basic consensus, the feel was, look at these idiots. This is what's wrong with the comic book industry. They're ruining the industry.
Well, that's just his opinion to have. So you're just going to have to get over a post that he made saying so.
Okay.
So get over that. That's just feelings, right? So then say that's just, I mean, honestly, that's just his opinion to have. And Mike's welcome to that opinion. Slabbing napkins is like a very nerd thing. You're basically saying you're Bob Kane, and you're saying he just made one comment. It's not like he was harassing you. It's not like he was tracking you down. He just made a post, right? He just made a post you didn't like.
Okay,
So that wraps that one up, right?
Okay, so if you're telling me that, hey, you know what? He said his opinion, and I should get over it.
Yep.
Okay, let's just say that you heard that I was talking smack about you. That's just my opinion, and shouldn't you have got over it?
I didn't say anything to you. I did get over it. I let it go. I didn't say a damn thing.
But
For for years.
But you're still bringing it up.
Only because someone asked me the history, so I gave them the timeline. And that's relevant because it's a key to your character.
Okay,
so you see, when events transpired later and you were nasty to me, I was like, oh, I guess that was right the whole time. Otherwise, it would be irrelevant.
Is that not relevant to Mike's character?
That he made a comment about he thought you slapping napkins drunk was dumb? Well, that's not his character. That's his opinion on what you were doing.
Well, it wasn't my character. That's just my opinion on you then. Like you're minimizing what Mike did, and you're maximizing what I did. What you're doing is this. You're saying
what did you do?
Well, let me clarify. So first off, I'm saying because I don't remember saying anything. But I'll go with your version of events and let's say that I did. Your customers said that I said bad stuff about you. Don't remember what it would have been. But okay, let's go with that. So you're saying that it's relevant to my character that I would say these things about you, right? But it's just my opinion. Just like you said.
There's a difference between calling someone, and this wasn't the only time. When you got mad at me, you made a bunch of posts, one of them calling us all kinds of names, unhinged, trolls, horrible, everybody hates us in the industry, completely trashing our character. So obviously you had these opinions before you made that post. Before my post about Margaret Robbie, you had these opinions in us from your head because you had talked to other people to confirm them. So obviously there's some truth to that. If Mike has an opinion thinking drunk slabbing napkin sketches is dumb, that's just his opinion on an action. Okay, that's not calling you a scammer, unhinged troll, all these other names you called us because of what I said about Margot Robbie, which I was correct in my assessment. So that just makes what you said invalid and malicious. But him saying, I think slapping napkins drunk is stupid is not an attack on your character. Everybody does stupid things, especially when they're drunk. That's kind of why it's kind of funny. It was something that you did while drunk, okay? Like, you can't... It was a little stupid, but that's okay. Nobody cared. We forgot about that.
He definitely cared. Okay, so let me address a couple of things you said, please. So,
I think you're sensitive. I think you're a little sensitive on that, but go ahead.
Okay, that's fine. That's your opinion again. So, allow me to explain here. So I feel like there's a little bit of hypocrisy going on. So you said that, well, Mike just made a post and that's just his opinion and you should get over it, right? And I'm being a little sensitive. Well, Mike didn't just make a post and say it was dumb. He said, look at these idiots. This is ruining the entire industry. He came after us very hard. And you even said here,
but he did not call you a scammer. He didn't call you a scammer who everybody hated.
I didn't say that he did. I said that he said we were idiots and we're ruining the industry. What we're doing is dumb. And you even said here in your text, like, what we think Ryan Kincaid is Bob Kane. Like,
yeah, it's critique.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to finish. You keep interrupting me. I'll let you talk. Please let me talk too, please. Let me ask for the same courtesy. So that's what Mike said. He didn't just make a post. He didn't just say it was silly. He didn't just say it was dumb. He came after us very aggressively, very, very aggressively. And what you're saying is what I should have done was I should have just let it go and get over it.
Yeah, you should have.
Okay. So let's just say the same thing applies. If it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander.
No, it's not the same.
You should have. You should.
It's not the same.
If I said
me a troll and a scammer.
Okay, that came much later. I'm talking about when you heard I talked smack about you.
I did let it go. I already told you I let it go for like years. I didn't even say anything. I already told you that.
I'm trying to say that I didn't because you didn't, because you're clearly still bringing it up in the timeline
No.
things that happened. So in your timeline things that happened, we did the sketch time, everything is great, and then Sean talks shit about me, and you're saying that speaks to my character. That's why it's important.
Yes.
So that means that Mike talking about me and calling me an idiot, we're ruining the industry, also speaks to his character. It's the same. Now, I did say you were trolls after he came after us, attacking us for grading napkins in a bar, having
But that's
fun.
not trolling. Do you know what trolling means?
Not trolling. Trolling is talking, in my opinion, it's talking about someone that you have nothing to do with, offering your opinion, talking shit about them in a negative light.
No, that's free speech. That's free speech. Trolling is something else.
Trolling would also be free speech.
So but you're talking about trolling.
But Mindy, you have to understand what's good for one is good for the other.
That's a false equivalency, Sean, and I already explained it. So I will explain it to you one more time because I did already say this. Sure. I did let that go about you. What I heard.
Okay, good.
That's awesome. I said that already.
Because I'm just telling you, it never happened. I never talked shit about you. I don't do that to people. I don't talk shit about people. If I said something like, I didn't like this cover she did, that's my opinion. I say that about all kinds of people. The people I work with all the time, I say, I don't like that cover. I like their stuff, but this cover sucks.
Right.
It just happens. Okay,
then answer me this because I really didn't care after that point. But there are things that, like I said, now that events have transpired, make that more relevant. Otherwise, it wouldn't be relevant. Okay. One of the key pieces there is that, well, obviously, I don't get along with the Coffin Comics crowd, and that's been going on for a lot of years. And they do talk smack about us and have for years. A bunch of people, not just within comics, but outside, a lot of people you work with, on and on. And there has been a rumor for a long time coming from that crowd. Like Russ Cassidy is one of the guys that says this over and over. And I've corrected him 2 or 3 times and shown him like the proof. Mm-hmm. And he still will go around and talk trash. Russ Cassidy probably. He manages the campaigns for like Dan Mendoza, like everybody. Counterpoint, Marat Michaels. You might have worked with him. So it's about, this rumor is about a piece that I sold at the event at your shop. You're the only one that saw that piece.
I've never heard the story before ever, which I have no idea what you're talking about. So please tell me. Okay. I don't know what piece you're talking about.
Let me
long ago.
And this rumor, I hadn't heard about this rumor until like 2 years ago. And it was at the same time that Shikari and I were going at it. And they were throwing it at me as a rebuttal in Shikari's defense. So it was directly sort of tied to you. Let me find the post and send it to you on Facebook so you can actually pull it up because I have the proof. Okay. And they're trying to call me a tracer for some piece I did in 2014, which is silly. Because 1, I wasn't even a published comic artist. I was a nobody. And 2, it was the piece that you sold at your shop. Do you remember it? It was the angel.
I don't know. I don't remember. We sold so many pieces of art. There were so many. Was it original art or was it like a?
Yeah, it was original art. And it was very, very I made a very small amount of prints to it. It was a conceptual piece that I made, and I did it based off of a photo reference of a cosplayer. And granted, I should have changed a little bit more of it. It wasn't very transformative, but I didn't know that. I didn't know, and that's probably how I knew about your Margaret Robbie cover, honestly, is because I learned more about, what transformative factors were and how they work and the laws surrounding that stuff. But it was just like a fan art conceptual piece. It was not a cover. It was nothing serious. It was just me when I started drawing again. Mm-hmm. And I was trying to practice. God dang it, if I can only find this piece. And it was using the grid technique. So you can actually see the grids on the piece, which is a very common art technique that painters use. And some painters just straight up use a projector and trace on the canvas. I didn't do that. I actually drew it.
Mhm.
And that piece circulates between Russ Cassidy and all these people in defense of you and of Shikari, and they call me a tracer over it. And I'm like, dude, you can see the grid lines, but you see how that looks suspicious because you're the only one that handled that piece. So I didn't even like remember this piece was in existence.
Yeah,
And I haven't seen it since I sold it at your shop to the collector. So that makes it weird. So when we talk about people, you're like, oh, I didn't talk smack about you. It's kind of like, well, did you? Because somehow that piece that got sold to its owner, which probably hasn't left that owner, that only passed through your hands, is a point of contention for online trolls. And I mean serious trolls, not just people commenting, but people that actually directly involve themselves in my life to cause me strife and slander my business and name and DM artists and tell them not to work with me because I'm a hypocrite troll tracer because of this one piece. So you see how I connected the dots there, and that seems kind of low and shady, right?
No, I understand how you can make that assumption for sure.
I'm trying to find the piece and talk at the same time.
On that same route, you have to understand how I could make that connection between Mike coming after us so hard for grading napkins of being.
I want to see where you mean, because okay, here's another thing that there's definitely a disconnect. Wouldn't you agree that there's like 2 or 3 kind of worlds of comics? There's the Facebook world, there's a Twitter world, there's the comics getting really weird world over there. Ooh, I found it. Found the piece. And there's different kinds of spheres that people hang out in, right?
Yeah, there's people on Twitter that have no clue about Facebook and vice versa, and people on YouTube that have never heard. I have buyers on the website that have never heard of Whatnot or Facebook. Yeah, there's totally different circles for sure.
Yeah, exactly. So when I've noticed the people on Facebook tend to be a little bit more sensitive, and don't be mad at me saying that, but you and others, because you're not used to the other worlds where everybody gets trolled.
so Mindy, let me explain something to you real quick. So
sure.
I'm not a sensitive guy. I'm not. I'm very. I was in the Marine Corps for 24 years. I mean, I know you made a post calling me recruiter man and trying to diminish.
You're a recruiter. Yeah, you were a recruiter, right?
I was a recruiter for 12 years. Do you know what else I did in the Marine Corps?
No.
I was in the infantry for 4 years. I saw combat in Somalia. After my first 4 years, I moved into communications. I was in communications for the next 8 years. And then I got on recruiting duty, and I spent my last 12 years. You're only a canvassing recruiter for about a year. Then I took over an office in Poway. Then I took over a bigger office in El Cajon. Then I became the MEPS liaison. Then I became the operations chief. Then I became the district quality control chief. You do a lot of things. So being like, oh, you were a recruiter in the Marine Corps. You made a post even saying like, okay, recruiter man, tell us how it's like. That's also very.
Well, I'm not trying to demean your experience there. I have a lot of respect for the military, as you know, but I only thought you were a Marine recruiter much longer than that because when we were going through the Margaret Robbie stuff like 2 years ago, you said to trust your experience of 24 years as a Marine recruiter. You might have worded that wrong, but that's why I thought that you were a recruiter the whole time.
Yeah, so that was in response to the Shikari AI thing, and I was like, I can vouch for he's not AI. I was like, look, I'm putting my career, my reputation as a comic book retailer, as a Marine of 24 years. Integrity is very important to me. So yeah, I definitely felt like that was something I could use to prop up myself, and even Shikari saying he does not use AI. He draws everything from digitally from scratch. I've seen all of his work in progress for every cover he's ever done.
Well, I
And
have
then
my own thoughts about that with Shikari's work. And again, it's been like this shady, dodgy responses and lots of nasty personal attacks on me.
Mindy, you've attacked you. So you know what's funny is you go from one side, you say, people just talk crap and people just need to you're so sensitive and get hurt. But then on the other hand, you want to say, well, people talk so much crap about me, and then you play the victim. You can't have it both ways.
No, here's the difference. And it's the same thing that you started the video off of where I came in right about that time, is that there is a difference between attacking someone personally and their character and criticizing something they're doing. And I don't think you understand that distinction very well. Just the same thing with Brian Pulido's satire versus the Margaret Robbie cover. There's a big difference there, but you didn't see it. And this is just experience of the internet. And the Coffin Comics crowd, that whole sphere of people, they're not very familiar with it. You have to understand, I'm in the internet slums. Like, people have been trashing me for 10 years, and I'm really used to it.
Okay, so when you call me a dummy, is that attacking me personally, or is that just stating your opinion about something I did?
Oh, I was attacking you personally, but you were also being dumb because you didn't understand the point. But we're on a more civil level now. You see, you also made a stream about me. It's my job to come on and be like, hey, what are you doing? You were saying things about me then. So we're on a new level right now, right?
It feels like there's what's good for the goose is not good for the gander. You've made these last two posts that you took Aaron Sparrow's post and ran with it.
Yeah, you ran with people. You ran with calling me a bunch of names. You should go to your profile and pull up my name.
Mindy, that post had nothing to do with you. Why did you decide to share it to talk smack about me again?
Because this goes back to consequences of your actions. Yes, and you know what? Me saying that about Margaret Robbie was correct, right? Was I correct in my assessment of your Margaret Robbie cover?
Yes, you were correct.
Yes. Okay. In response to my correct critique, you called me an unhinged troll that nobody likes, that nobody should do business with.
When did I say that? And
where? Go to your profile and search my name.
I will right now.
I have a screenshot of it somewhere, but I don't know. But you made a very nasty post demeaning my character on my critique that was correct.
Okay, so it wasn't just again, just like you said, people's past actions can also have an effect on things. You guys came after me for the napkin thing, Napkin Gate. You came after Shikari, very aggressively called me.
But you're not Shikari. You're not Shikari. And honestly, Sean,
you attacked me a lot in that Shikari post also.
You were attacking me, Sean. You have to take responsibility for your actions as well. Anything you did to me is fair game. That's what I'm trying to explain. This is the rules of the internet, okay? Internet warfare, if you will. When you are attacked, first, someone has a right to defend themselves and attack back.
Then
you were attacking me.
Then how is me calling you a troll not just attacking you back also?
I'm not sure which time you're referencing, but I was correct because I was correct. That's why. That's why it's wrong. It's because I was correct.
It's also okay. So you emailing Margot Robbie.
I did not personally email Margot Robbie. No, I don't.
You absolutely did.
I personally did not know. I don't know what email that came from or what. But it was not me.
Okay.
But I was mad at you, sure.
But again, there's so much hypocrisy and double talk here. Like,
what is the hypocrisy? You're the one that made the mistake that I rightfully called out, and then you attacked me for it.
I'm trying to tell you about it. The principle of using someone's likeness is not right. In your opinion, it's okay to use Brian Pulido's because that's satire.
Yes, it is satire.
I had a parody. It was very clearly not Margot Robbie. I had all the legal stuff I could have lined up, just like you have all these legal mumbo jumbo you could line up. You can poke holes in my legal argument. I could poke holes in your legal argument for satire, like I just did a little while ago.
Except mine is correct, though.
It's not for the purpose that, in your opinion, yours is correct. I'm sure.
Well, Brian Pulido didn't sue me, did he? And you had to destroy your cover. So there's a difference here, isn't there?
There's a few reasons why Brian Pulido didn't sue you, but that's for him to talk about, not me.
And that's for him to bullshit too. He didn't have a case, and he's welcome to try. I'm sitting here waiting.
I'm not Brian Polito. That's his thing to talk about.
Okay, well, you can't say that there was an actual decision there that he was in the right or wrong if the case has not transpired. But in your case, you were in the wrong, as you admitted. So you personally attacked my character for a correct assessment.
It was for a lot more than just that.
So you had all the other motivations on top of that to be malicious against my character.
It was the fact that you decided to. There were so many other things. You had Aaron Sparrow on your YouTube show, and he's just trashing Merc, talking all this
after, right?
Okay,
that was after you first trashed my character for having a correct assessment of your cover.
So basically, let's go all the way back. I only did this because you did that. I only did this because you did that. You're taking zero accountability.
No, I'm not. The timeline is very important because it's who attacked first. So let's go back to the beginning and start. Let's wind up a little bit before this escalates, because the timeline is important.
I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
It's very important.
So yeah, the trash talking from the shop, I let go. Again, I didn't even say anything about it. Okay. Then we come to the napkin, right? That's where you were at. Mm-hmm. So let's go back to that.
Okay.
And really, the thing with comic fans, like I've tried so many different things in this space to be innovative, and I've personally been attacked for.
Did Mike need to make the post? Had nothing to do with him.
It doesn't matter though. Anybody can at any time. That's the internet. We all have to get a little bit thick-skinned on it.
Okay, so but except for you don't have to be.
I am very thick-skinned, and I was correct in my assessment. So my attack on my character was not legit on your behalf, and that's why I have done everything I've done.
You keep saying over and over again, I was right. I was right. You were right about one thing that you said about the Margot Robbie thing.
Right, and that did not justify the attacks on my character, which you did in response.
Okay, so in your character, you in your post when you attack Shikari very aggressively, calling him a liar, calling me a liar.
No, I said, is this AI? It was a question, actually. That's a misconception. If you go back to the original, I was saying, I think this is AI.
And then you're like, I think I figured out how Shikari drew this cover, and Shikari is an AI scammer. You've also made many posts calling him an AI scammer, and you perpetuate lies about me, saying I've scammed people over, and tons of people have came to you saying
people have said that you have. I mean, if you're talking about the video from today from like Artist Elite, I mean, I just quoted the video.
So Sean being a dumbass and screwing them around financially, Sean Bratt. So I'm a dumbass. Like, okay.
Well, you did make a cover that was against the law.
I'm going to say what he says about me, and that's that I think Sean is a shady, clout-seeking motherfucker, and he owes me an apology for talking all the shit about me when he said was right.
And that's right. You could make this all right now by apologizing for trashing my character because I was right about the Margot Robbie cover. I'm serious, dude. Like, you went after me personally. You went after my art. You called me stupid, and I was right the whole time, dude.
So what you're saying is this: everything that you've ever said about me,
everything you've ever said about me,
everything you've ever said about me is only because of the Margot Robbie cover that you were right about. It's all been in response to that.
It's been in response to your very nasty personal attacks against my husband and I stemming from that incident. And yes, I have a right to retaliate and show your character, because when you try to defame my character, it puts me in a position where I have to show people who you are.
Many more incidents before the Margot Robbie thing happened. Many.
What are you talking about?
But with the post, between Napkin and Margot Robbie, there were many things that have happened. I've had many people message me, many conversations about the Wheelers must have a Kickstarter going because they're at it again, trying to get attention.
Yeah, I know, and those are called trolls. Those are called trolls.
They're talking shit about you. They're talking shit about Brian. They're going after Brian Polito now. They're talking about Jamie Tyndall. They're talking about this. They're doing this. They're attacking all this other stuff. You guys are, and again, there's zero. You want everyone in the world to not have their feelings hurt because they're sensitive, but you're allowed to have your feelings hurt.
No, you're misunderstanding. You're misunderstanding.
Be accountable. You want everyone in the world to be accountable, but you're not going to be accountable for anything.
I
You've done
am
nothing wrong
I
ever.
am 100% accountable. What am I not being accountable for?
I think Sean is a shady, clout-seeking motherfucker. How?
I did because of the artist elite, of the money that was gone. I think that sounds shady.
But so you know what a person would do if they had questions, didn't know what happened? How about reaching out to that person, being like, "Hey, this seems crazy to me that none of these guys got paid. That's wild. What happened with that?" Instead of reaching out to somebody and communicating like a grown adult, you want to just be like, just talk shit. Oh, you just want to, but it's okay because I'm just trolling. I'm just trolling. But if somebody trolls you, but if somebody trolls you, no, it's attacking my character and it's so bad.
No,
and
that's not. You're conflating a few events together here. But again,
Mindy,
it goes.
It seems like this in your mind. No matter what is said, no matter what happens, you are right, and everyone.
No, I never said any. I never said any of that. I just said I was right about the Margaret Robbie cover.
What? Okay, and you're right about this because of the artist elite stuff that I've never even talked about publicly ever. I've never talked about this publicly. Brian Booth said one thing in an interview in about a 30-second clip, and all of a sudden that gives you the right to call me a shady, clout-seeking motherfucker.
That is what I thought. Yeah, and also,
idiot,
you know why?
So, but that's just what I thought about you then. So it's okay, right? But no, it's
not.
No,
you're missing.
Forever. It's okay for you to form an opinion, but I can't form an opinion. It's okay for you to say shit, but I can't say shit. You're such a hypocrite, Mindy.
No.
I want this to go well, but you're talking out both sides of your head here, Mindy.
I'm not, because you attacked my character when I was correct. If you would have attacked my character and I was incorrect, or if you would have you're not undering that in response to a correct assessment that I had, you went on a personal attack against me. That is why.
When you guys made your post against Napkin Gate, when you called me a liar, when you minimized my service by saying, "Okay, recruiter man," talking about my service and how when I tried to say that my military career should give me some kind of credibility for my integrity, and you attack that. All that was before the Margot Robbie thing happened. All that was before.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. No, the recruiter stuff was directly.
Sha'Carri was way before Margot Robbie happened because he just started doing covers for me.
No, I had never talked about Sha'Carri until the Margaret Robbie cover.
That is, oh my God. That is
I don't go look and find my feed, but that's not true. I had not posted publicly. Like I had messaged like one artist. I remember. No, it wasn't even an artist. It was just a friend of mine, and I was like, "Oh, look at this new artist." That was the most I ever remember talking or even thinking about Sha'Carri. No, I did not sit there and berate Sha'Carri.
If I had more time,
you're welcome to go look on my feed right now. But that is
forever to scroll back for 2 years.
And that's why I wanted to stick with the timeline instead of jumping ahead. So the Napkin Gate, and then my next interaction with you, as far as I remember, like I said, even thinking about any of this, was the Margaret Robbie stuff. There was no interaction or like banter, or I'd never talked to Sha'Carri.
Okay, so let's just say, so as of right now, your stance on me is, whenever something negative comes up about Sean, I'm gonna post it, share it, talk about it, because he said mean things about me because I called him out for a Margot Robbie cover that I was right about.
Okay, I'm sorry, my kids interrupted me, but no, I don't think your assessment was quite correct. It's not.
Well, okay. I mean, so that's how you justified Sharon Aaron's post that had nothing to do with you. Sean is a douche novel.
Yeah, I thought, well, because of what you said about me. Every point of contention of mine.
So every time someone, if something negative came about me, you're the first one to jump on it and say, look, more
sure.
proof.
Why can't I? Why can't I though? Because you're the one who said that people shouldn't do business with me, that I'm an unhinged troll.
I don't tell people not to do business with people. I don't say that.
You should go. Post. Wait, let's go find it. I'm
still trying to find your post about their first post about Sha'Carri.
I didn't talk about Sha'Carri. And
You
here,
didn't talk about with Art calling him AI and saying how he's
no, maybe you're hearing that from people, but that is the thing that people do.
it's in your timeline.
Okay, here we go. Rarely, I'm going to read your post. Rarely do I block people. This is October 25th, 2023. I finally just had enough of a certain person who is hell-bent on attacking a friend and the top artist for Merc, Comics Elite, Black Ops, and Legends. Scroll through my wall, and I'm sure you'll see it. This person was proven wrong about lots of accusations they threw at this artist many times, which I don't think is true, but okay. Instead of offering an apology for the repeated attacks, she and her husband just shifted gears and made up some other crap. Well, again, I don't think that's accurate at all. And repeated attacks, this was in the heat of the moment of Margaret Robbie. Again, I will reiterate to you, Sean, I did not have any thought in my head about Shikari. Like, the Margaret Robbie was the first time that I remember ever talking publicly about Shikari. But okay, let me continue your post, because here's where we go with the attacks. Her husband is a straight up huge asshole who takes pleasure in offending as many people as he can. Neither of them hesitates to play the victim card if you call them out on it, though. They both have fake profiles, which we do not. So I'm sure they'll see everything anyways, but at least they're out of my mind, and they'll no longer be able to share my posts on their profiles to get attention by trying to talk crap, which I don't try to get attention by trying to talk crap. That's another misconception. All right, continuing. In the comic community, hardly anyone knows who they are except for their reputation of being unhinged scammers.
Okay.
That's a slanderous statement against my character for something I was correct about, Sean. Let me continue.
Okay.
Their posts have almost...
Not just that, but okay. Go ahead.
I've never scammed anybody, Sean. There's no proof of anything. All of the lies I can dispel for you.
I'm sure if I made a post about what happened with this con that these people were coming to, what happened with
nobody was scammed. And that's all been disproven. In fact, we just talked to Fabian Nasiesa today, and he confirmed again. I've shown proof of this. You're saying that this is Rob Liefeld, the cokehead who's 14 years late on his book, that he said that we were scammers, that he's the trustworthy character here.
I have no idea. I stay out of that stuff. I have no idea. I just know.
Well, then why would it influence your opinion? Why would you just say what you said about us being scammers? Because there is no scam, Sean. We have never scammed anybody.
I'm sure if I dug, I could find out the PGX scam that Mike.
And there is no scam. We have proof that validates all of that. There is nothing, Sean. We've never scammed anybody. PGX, I think that was the one. Now it's confusing because there are multiple grading companies, but there was one time when they sent us a package. Mike didn't see it because they packaged it different, and they issued us an apology, which we have, that they packaged it at the bottom of the box. And then Mike wrote to them and said, this customer's book is gone. And they said, no, we packaged it underneath or whatever. So then he goes and he had already taken the box out to the trash can. He goes and he finds it, and it was in fact in there. I was there. And that is what people call a scam. The customer's book was given to him. There was no harm, no foul. PGX issued an apology. I'm pretty sure this is PGX, but I don't know. That we worked with multiple grading companies. But Sean, every single thing that you've heard that I've scammed somebody is bullshit. Okay. I can disprove, and I have proof of every single event that anybody ever said.
But every single thing someone said about me is 100% true. Like everything Aaron says about me is 100% true. But everything they said about you is wrong. But everything said about me,
maybe not. But maybe not.
You've never. So you're upset about me for
you
not
called me a
verifying, justifying.
You called me a scammer. You called me a scammer, and it was fun over me having critique over your cover, and I was right. That was wrong of you, Sean. That was wrong of you. If you're saying I'm guilty of not verifying information, you are guilty of that first. There is no scam I have ever done on anybody.
Okay, so I apologize for calling you a scammer without verifying the information first.
Thank you. Yeah,
I can absolutely apologize for that.
Thank you.
Sure, feel free to clip that like you clip me in all your other videos, taking shit out of context, everything else that you guys want to do to troll the shit out of me. because it seems to be
No,
your
I
favorite,
really
your favorite
appreciate
part of
that. No, you have no idea how much it means to me
it.
that people
And
actually listen to me. And
I mean that. Like if I should have done my due diligence and verified something before I posted about it. I have a big platform, and I should verify things before I say it. I'm being much more aware of my platform, how much it affects people, how much weight my opinion holds. I'm trying to be much more cognizant of that, for sure, 100%. Now, what I'm sure will never happen is you be accountable for anything that you've said or done, because according to you, it's all correct, because you're just said in retaliation to me that said the first thing because you were right.
No, I am okay with making amends and moving forward. My biggest crutch here out of all this was that, and you just apologized, and you have no idea how much that means to me.
My biggest crutch here's
like, no, seriously, Sean, Mike and I have been trying for years to clear up this misconception, and it's so goddamn frustrating. Words cannot express how frustrating it is that people ran with this thing. Talk about people having big platforms. Rob Liefeld, and they believed him, even though I've shown all of the emails that I sent to every single person. And we never misrepresented ourselves. It was very malicious on behalf of Jimmy J to do all that stuff and all of the parties involved. I think it was a move purely out of them trying to kill us off because it was competition and they wanted the space for themselves. Even Fabian, like the whole email in question, because in all of my emails, I'm very, very clear, except for one we.email. There was one line that I wrote, actually, not Mike. They got that wrong. Bleeding Cool got that wrong. And it said we were basically taking over Amazing Arizona, but in context, I was actually talking about pipe and drape, and I was using the same words the convention center told me. I was actually just repeating what they said, but I was very clear in like the 2 sentences before that. I said, this is my husband's and I very first show. Amazing Arizona pulled out of the territory, and I was talking about how the convention setup would be the same and everything would be the same. It would be familiar. That's what I was saying.
okay.
And then they ran with that. And even Fabian said in that same email, because that email was to Fabian, Fabian says, no, they did not ever misrepresent themselves. We never sold any tickets. We never lied about Jim Lee coming. Like, all of this shit has been compiled, and it's given people like you an excuse to then further trash me for no reason, for no valid reason.
So, you know what would be nice is if shit like this, yeah, we totally got scammed by this guy. We stopped doing coverage of John Gallagher because he scammed a bunch of fucking people doing this. This is photo bashing.
Oh, no shit. You really did?
Yes, he fucked us over.
That sucks, man.
But again, you didn't, like, another comically special from our super strong secret Black Ops buddy and Marine recruiter, Sean Hidashko.
Yes, I know. I'm really good with my jokes. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That's not a joke. That's just being fucking rude. That's not a joke.
Yes, because you did it to me.
Andy, I just took accountabilit, and you're taking no accountability.
I'm trying to. I'm trying to. Here,
It's a joke. No. That's super strong secret Black Ops buddy. That's you.
Okay, then I'm sorry if that hurts your feelings. I'm sorry if that hurts your feelings.
And that's exactly what you do. And then you put it off on people like, oh, you got your feelings hurt. You know what? It's not about having my feelings hurt. It's being pissed off at the fact that somebody who doesn't have any clue about my service, never reached out to ask me about my service, wants to try to minimize me by making these kind of shitty little jokes. And this is all over the place. The more I keep scrolling, every once in a while I'll see some shitty post about me but according to you, it's okay because you were mad at me, because I attacked you, because you were right. So it's okay to just continue to just keep posting negative shit about me, but it's just jokes and I'm sensitive. You know, Sean, you shouldn't be so sensitive because the internet just has a lot of trolls on it. So you have this playbook that you use that is incredibly irritating. And this, I talked a little bit about the Mike using AI, but doing amazing. 35 hours left. Pledge to go to print, support this project. Nowhere does it say this is AI. He's got some bullshit Shaka mic. So
No,
Shikari's card is
it is clearly labeled on the campaign. All the Shaka Mike stuff is labeled right on the Kickstarter.
You stole Shikari's signature. You're stealing a signature to make it look like you're
to make a point. Yeah, it's it's similar.
To make a point of what?
So going back to the post again, that you and Shikari again personally attacked us, and Shikari said some nasty things too, Sean, not just you. Hey,
you said so much. Again, you're such a victim, Mindy.
I'm not a victim. No, you're putting a lot of words in my mouth, Sean.
You said this. I only said this because you and Shikari said bad things about you. Zero accountability.
It's not accountability. It's self-defense, Sean.
So how is anybody else not self-defending themselves?
You're the one that made the first wrong. And you apologize, so it's okay. Like, we're making progress. It's okay. Calm down. You're getting heated.
I'm not
heating. We're on a positive.
I'm trying to not be rude here. I really am trying not to be rude.
I'm trying to not be rude either.
I feel like I'm talking to somebody who has blinders on, and they can only hear or see one thing. It's almost like talking to somebody that will take no accountability for anything at all.
How do you know we're not taking accountability? How do you know that?
I just showed you an incredibly rude post you made about me.
Yes, and I showed you an incredibly rude post you made about me, and you made it worse.
And you laughed about it.
I'm saying I'm sorry. I just process things differently than you, but I'm not shirking the responsibility. I am saying I'm sorry for if that came off rude and you felt demeaned. I'm trying to tell you I'm sorry. See, I'm laughing right now a little bit. It's my personality. I'm not trying to not take responsibility for this. Yes, I have talked shit about you.
Do you understand how it's difficult to not assume that you're trying to apologize when the first thing you said was you laughed and you said, I'm trying to get better with my jokes? That's not taking accountability. That's saying, I'm trying to get better.
No, I didn't say I'm trying to get better. I said, I don't remember what I said, but I make lots of punchy jokes is what I'm trying to say. And I apologize, and I'm sorry. I won't laugh at another post. Yes, I have talked shit about you openly. I've talked shit about you. And the reason I have felt the need to show what I believe to be a malicious character of yours and to customers was because of what you did to me. But you took accountability for that right now. So you're in the clear with me right now, because that is my whole point of contention.
I have no problem, again, saying that I should have verified anything before I posted it like it was true. I absolutely should have done my own research on it. I should have even reached out to you. But at that point, I mean, it's so far gone. And there's so much shit talking being done back and forth. It's like, yeah, of course I feel like I'm not justifying that I shouldn't have verified things first, but still, I gotta tell you, you post a fucking lot of stuff. I've been scrolling, trying to find that gosh damn.
See how many posts of mine are about our books. Like, people. Another thing, Shauna, just in general, and it kind of ties in with what I was just about to say anyways. This whole two lies I want to dispel, which you were saying that you heard. So with the whole scammer thing, you said, I was hearing these people say the Wheelers this and the Wheelers that. Well, that's shit talking they're doing about me. And so much of that came from the Liefeld thing, and then it compounds. If I have a beef with, say, Ethan Van Sciver, which I did, I had a very big beef with him in 2018, and he trolled me. Like, trolling is an understatement. So then I have those trolls, I have Liefeld trolls, I have Coffin trolls. Okay, so I have a bunch of trolls that go around and talk shit about me. One of the lies you mentioned is she must have a Kickstarter going on, so she talks shit or whatever. That works for some people. I think that's more like a comic skate where that probably originated from. But look at my posts. Look at how many are going through and how many are talking shit about people versus how many are about my books. I actually don't talk that much shit about people. It's just that the social media algorithm finds me popular sometimes if I do, and it fucking runs with it. And the reason people go crazy about what I say is because their own personal feed is sensitive to drama because they are the shit talkers. So when they're sitting there interacting with Facebook saying the Wheelers are shit, the Wheelers are scammers, right? Facebook knows that. And then whenever I say something or do whatever, or someone's talking about me, it shows them a whole bunch of drama. It doesn't show me that. I'm not even involved. So there's a lot of misconception about that sort of thing. You see how many posts are about my books? That's what I do all day. I promote my books all day. That's how I get sales. I've got great content. I've got great books. I've got a ton of trust from my backers, from good customer service and delivery. Everything opposite of a scammer.
The whole reason I started this stream, honestly, it was because for some reason Aaron Sparrow has this hard on for me, and he refuses to just stop being obsessed with me. I don't know what your and Aaron's connection is, besides the fact that he hates me and you seem to love when someone talks shit about me and post it. So he has, you might want to go back and watch the first part of the video where I talk about Aaron. He has no idea what he's very hypocritical. A couple examples. He says stuff like Sean's porn empire is this and that, and it's like, so he doesn't like booby comics, but he loves you guys. We both do the same kind of stuff. Well, not maybe exactly the same, but we both do a lot of stuff. Yeah, I call this guy out for that too.
Yeah, see, there's a lot of scammers that are myths, right? So every time I've called one out,
I'm constantly trying to I would spend all day just calling out scammers if that's what I did all day. I would have no time.
I'm sorry if I did call one out and then because here I am thinking that this is like commonplace because so many people have attacked me that are scammers. So I apologize for any of that. And hey, can I drop the link to Mike? Mike wants to come say hi. I told him what's going on.
Sure. Let's do it.
Cool. This is good. This is progress, Sean. I am not opposed to making amends and making a more positive space. That whole scammer on my character is like a really big deal to me. And it's hurt my business a lot. So again, it just means like the world to me that you apologize for that. Thank you.
I mean, I should have. It's fine. I should be accountable for that. I can be accountable for when I do things wrong. No problem. Here's another, just Shikari. Like he drew that. Yes, he drew that. Just because you don't believe it doesn't mean it's not true. Shikari fail. No, he did not fail. You know, yeah, Carla, that was bad. She did have to use AI for that. That was bad on her. Hopefully she's learned her lesson. I do this. I've gone after Will Jack 1,000 times.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to send Mike the link here.
No problem.
Well, speak of copy link. Having problems with links lately. I don't know if you have to. It's like Facebook is really weird. StreamYard. There we go. Oh, he says he moved back. There he goes. He got it.
Hello, sir.
What's up, Sean?
What is going on? We're venting and talking, and calling each other out for the shit that we've done.
Oh, I was on mute. My bad.
No, I can hear you.
Oh, you could? Cool.
Yeah.
It's weird. Yeah,
Hey,
dude.
have you been listening, Mike?
I was on our stream and with Andrew and stuff, and yeah, I heard some of it. I heard parts of it. I was about 30 minutes behind.
I think I'm giving you guys the most advertisement you've had on any of my stuff ever. Scrolling through Mindy's feed.
But yeah, hey Sean, when I made that thing about the napkins, I was dicking around, dude. Like I
Bro,
wasn't really even that
so-
serious about it. And I get it now. Andrew and I talked about it on the stream, right? Like, all right, so we went back, right? I mean, I was there when you were going from convention to convention, getting fucking books signed. Like you were still showering at the YMCA when you could. You were building your business. You were being, and you made it, dude. You fucking you launched your shit. You were successful, and I think maybe the relationship that we had prior to that might have impacted the way you perceived what I said in that one post, and it might have hurt your feelings a little bit or something. And I apologize for that, dude. I shouldn't have, I guess, been so out of touch with how you might receive me saying what you were doing was stupid. But I was. And it wasn't meant to like fucking wreck you or like destroy your business or like anything like that. I was just like these idiots in a bar being stupid, basically. You know, it's just I thought it was funny. And I have a fucked up sense of humor sometimes, and I guess sometimes people can take that the wrong way.
Well, I mean, I just pointed out a post to Mindy that was pretty. I mean, it was rude, honestly, and she, oh, I got to get better with my jokes, and I'm like, that's not a joke. Like that's being rude, and then passing it off as being funny. Always trying to be funny. It's like, well, you don't. Anyway, I appreciate that. I do. I appreciate it. I apologize.
It wasn't meant to like fucking make you feel bad.
Man, I'm only in 2024. I'm not even 2023 yet. I got 6 months to go.
Mike and I are a bit punchy, and I'm sorry. It's just our personalities. I think we take some getting used to, but and that's honestly part of why we had such a falling out with the space initially. Before, well, it was after we met you, but it was right around the time we met you. And I think things have sort of settled down in the industry as a whole, but yeah, Mike and I are kind of known for just having a little bit more punch to the way we talk, and I apologize for that. It's just,
we were talking about some of this AI stuff too, Mike. And now that you're here, I'll mention it to you. I think this Shaka Mike thing you're doing with the AI, I think it's kind of bullshit, and I'll tell you why.
Cool.
You guys are very much Shikari's art is trash, it's garbage, he's AI, blah blah blah, but yet you're gonna use a parody of his name, a parody of his signature, and do AI covers. And then one of your campaigns I saw, somebody pointed out to me, it was like a shit ton of just AI Shaka Mike covers. Like, I mean,
we have a lot. We have about the 50-50. They're about 50% Shaka Mike, 50% regular art.
I mean, guys, like, don't you feel like that's like you're maybe you're an artist and you're a champion artist, and AI is so bad and everybody hates AI, and I've seen so many posts on your feed.
We don't hate AI.
No, I haven't
at all.
People probably got
we do not hate AI.
No, yeah, it's true. Mike and I have always been technology people. What I didn't like were people using it dishonestly. And so part of the reason that I wanted to use it, and I've posted articles about it, we've shown the process, is to be educational about it. Because, we're just talking about scammers, right, Sean? like, and how
Mhm.
you've gotten scammed by people. That's exactly what I saw happening, was people using it, scamming people. So I went on this like educational binge, and Mike was there. I was like, Mike, we need to learn about it. We need to figure this out. And
She made me figure out how to do all of it.
yeah,
did.
because I wanted people to be able to see what it looked like, because there were artists I thought that were going, oh,
So
we're
like-
anti-AI, and then they were using it and they were duping customers, and they had an edge on the market because their stuff was really good,
So,
and they were being
why go?
dishonest.
So why go after Shikari and use Shikari's name? And
I believe he's used it in the past, and I believe he's been dishonest, and he still has to apologize to me for slandering my character in response to critique. So he's more than welcome to make those amends
It's
with
our
me.
belief. It's our belief that he uses it. It has nothing to do with you, Sean.
Yeah, it's
Like,
not
what
your
if
beef.
it's nothing to do with you. Just, I know you have him as an artist. You get covers from him, but he doesn't have to exclusively work for you. He
well,
can
I
work
have.
for anybody. He's done covers for Brian Polito.
Mhm.
And guess what? If we think somebody's using it, that's just our opinion, dude, on that one person. It's just our opinion on the person.
So
And
when
go ahead.
you guys were way back when you were talking about show work in progress, show work in progress, show work in progress, and then I showed he has a group where he had a detailed layout of how he did every cover, like in detail in his group. He took a Chung-Li cover that he did and he detailed every step of the process, like 12 posts or something. That wasn't good enough for you guys. Then he did a work in progress video, and Mindy, you recently said that's not good enough for me either, because you can lightbox things basically.
That's
So
true.
no matter what he does, you're not going to believe that he is not an AI artist, no matter what he does.
Here's where I'll go back in the timeline. So every single thing I've seen of a work in progress of Shikari's has not convinced me. It's true. Is there more out there I haven't seen? Yeah, sure. I hear that you guys do that kind of stuff. But at the time, this was fall, October 2023, he had not posted any work in progress videos, right?
Okay,
And you
well,
guys both came out very strong against me in response to that Margaret Robbie post and said, we're never ever going to post a video of Shikari's work in progress. And then Shikari, for the next like year and a half, continued to give excuses of why he wouldn't post a video. That in of itself,
and
I think,
not
is
only
very
that,
questionable.
he would hop onto our live streams and he would hop onto our profiles and make shitty comments and berate us and stuff too.
And make up
Which is
lies.
cool. Like, I mean, we were going after him. Don't get me wrong. What's good for the goose, like you said. Yeah, like it's all fun and games, but I'm just saying he's not like absolved of innocence by any means.
Yeah, he's given us quite the shit talking back, and and I believe that he has this alt account, and he was trying to spread this lie from this alt account that I stole a Mike Chrome sketch out of Chrome's sketchbook and used it to publish on a Boobs 2 cover, which was
that's a rumor. That's a rumor that was flying around that you guys went to a con. You were asking people for sketches or for commissions, and then you would take the commissions, have them colored, then use them as
Dude,
and then
I have a signed contract from Mike Chrome that I can show you.
Yeah, and we've never had that problem either. Like, that's never happened.
I read Mindy's comments and I said, you got a signed contract for Mike. That's awesome. Good for you guys for doing the right thing. So
every one of our artists has a contract. That's just the way we work.
Yeah, we actually try to. Mike has gone out of his way to like make sure every artist is as informed as possible, and he's very conscious of that.
And not only that, dude, like we also like have started a process of going through making sure we're getting their tax information. We do employment verification on them, a little background check, make sure they're using their real name and shit, because there was a problem a couple years ago about some stuff. So we want to make sure that everybody's on the up and up.
Yep, I've gotten slammed with that too. We have to do 1099 or whatever it's called. My accountant gets all that shit on all the artists.
Yep, yeah, it's you're running a business. You have to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I mean, the whole thing started. This whole video started because I had no problem with you guys. I just don't. I don't have a problem with you guys. I don't spend time thinking about you guys. I don't. You know, we don't. have anything to do with each other, really. So, you know,
Yeah.
it doesn't, you guys do what you do. That's cool. You know, like you got your universe you built up. It seems to have done well. I don't agree with a lot of things that you've done. I don't like the AI thing with the Shaka mic. I don't like the Brian Ple. I feel like you guys, I'll tell it to you since you're here. I feel like I feel like you were hypocrites calling me out for the Margot Robbie thing, but then you're using Brian Polito's likeness, and we can get in a whole debate about
satire,
you know, satire and all this other stuff. I looked up satire. I don't think you're meeting the definition. You think you are meeting the definition. Whatever. It's our opinions. Whatever. I'm not going to get. It's not important enough to me to get in a debate about.
Being that on the very cover with his image on it, it says "Execute order, cease and desist." That is satirical in it of itself because he sent us a cease and desist.
Yeah, and not only that, but he sent multiple creators a cease and desist, claiming that he owned the skin color. So I'm happy to explain it to you. Like
I don't agree with. The bottom line is this: you didn't think it was right me using someone else's likeness to make money. Period. Using someone's likeness to make money.
No, it's not someone's likeness. It's celebrity likeness.
Mindy said she didn't like me using a celebrity's likeness to make money.
Correct.
Just because there's laws about that, you know,
Brian, it's to me, it's very simple. Using a celebrity's likeness to make money, but yet you've done the same thing with Brian Polito.
So
Brian's not a celebrity.
It doesn't matter. He's a public figure. Here, I will tell you the key point to understanding this. And by the way, I just poked in the comment. Shikari said I deleted a post. I have not deleted any posts. Shikari.
I don't. The whole Shikari post. I've been looking and looking. I cannot find it.
What post are you? What post are you looking for?
The one you made, your first one about Shikari.
I sent that to you already. No. I sent it to you in our. Didn't I?
No.
Or I made a post about it when I first was coming on this stream. Let me go back.
That post is nowhere to be found.
Go to the very top of my profile. I posted it 1 hour ago.
Oh my God. I just scrolled all the way down for almost 30 minutes.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah. So yeah. It's a cutthroat business. That's the one. Now, I do still believe Shikari.
You got to click the Facebook link, Sean.
Click
there. There you go.
Oh, yeah. Oh, here. I don't know. I can see it on my end. It's because it's not set to public. Let me fix it real quick. I gotta go back and.
Well, so the whole reason I started this video was I'm just tired of.
There you go.
People can call me names. Like, it doesn't bother me. I've been called. I always say I've been called better names, worse names by better people. Well, let me turn my. Hold on, I got what do you call it on the dark mode because it makes me bright. Oh. So this is the Margot. Okay, this is Margot Robbie post. Made a different. This is not the first post you made about Shikari.
It is. I don't know what Shikari's on about. As far as I remember, this is the first time I've ever. Publicly. I don't know what he's talking about. Shikari.
Yeah, and the second time was Feather Dick.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but Shikari, you're gonna have to prove that one because I did not make a post about you before this.
Yeah,
not that I remember.
So the post that you made, I had lots of comments on the first one.
I don't know what post that is.
I jumped in there. I made a lot of comments. I even,
what was it? Like, what cover? Because again, this is the only time I remember the first time me talking about anything to do with Shikari.
This is August 3rd for this one.
Yeah.
And these exact posts is what the lawyer sent me. Your exact posts, comments, everything. Your name is in there. Everything was in there from the lawyer. That says this has come to our attention, the whole thing. So that's why I was like, you know what, these people don't just randomly look through. I'm not. It's neither here nor there. It doesn't even matter. But yeah, it was very much. It was very obvious that it came from this post, and you're very adamant about it. This is not right. Like, okay, so. And
I was right though. See, and I'm not saying that as a dig. let me explain to you the difference between Polito and Margaret Robbie, because I don't want you to come away from this conversation thinking I'm a hypocrite, because I
So you got you. So I'm sorry to interrupt you. I apologize. I mean, I'm going to interrupt you
go
real
ahead.
quick, if I may.
Sure.
So it's you can say all day long that this is legal what we did, and it's not legal what you did. I know that's what you're gonna. We don't need to get into a 20-minute thing about this. When I googled what is satire, I don't believe it met the definition. We can agree to disagree. So I do believe it'd take a long reach for you to change my mind to believe that you think that this is not okay, but the cover that the Brian Polito thing is okay. I just don't.
I'd like to try. I'd like to try to change your mind and explain the. Go ahead.
Also, when it comes to satire, Sean, they're not just going to look at the cover; they take into the account the entire book.
So again, this is not. It's not my fight. I don't agree with it. There's a lot of other people out there that didn't agree with it. There's a lot of, and you know what? It's two different camps really. And I don't talk about this. This is the first time I've talked about this in a very, very long time.
And if it didn't meet the legal definition, Brian would have followed through with his lawsuit.
Well, I kind of, that's not my place to talk about. That's his place to talk about. If he wants to.
Well, I would please, if you will indulge me. Oops, did I mute myself? No. Okay. So the difference here is Margaret Robbie on your Barbie cover was not transformative enough. That is the problem with this.
She played Barbie.
I laid it out in detail, like on these posts. And what was frustrating me so much at the time was that you and Shikari weren't listening to my argument. I think you took it that I was going after you in this like malicious bad faith, but I was pointing out like legal cases too. There was one about the Three Stooges, and the thing you have to make sure you do, which I'm sure you know now because you work with Tidal Wave and they have biography, there's certain things you have to make sure you do to make sure it's sound. And if you're going to use, you can't use somebody that looks exactly like Margaret Robbie. Like that's Margaret Robbie's face. So it's Margaret Robbie's face in the same costume she used in a Barbie box, and it says cosplay cover. It's it looks like she posed for you in a cosplay cover, and it could be easily misconstrued. And she's squishing her boobs. And when it comes to celebrity likeness, they're very strict about like retailers, because it came about with athletes and actors where people would try to sell their endorsements, right? So if there's no value, transformative or creative value to the piece, where it goes beyond just that you're profiting off of their likeness and especially like their body, then they can sue the shit out of you. And so that's what happened, right? With the Margaret Robbie, it was too close. And I did point that out. If you go back through this post and like look at the comments, I was pointing that out. And I was providing the legal statutes and like I explained it, because there's another post I can send it to you too, where I said, hey, check out Adam Hughes's Catwoman. He notoriously used Audrey Hepburn, right?
So there's a lot of people that don't like the Tidal Wave stuff because they feel like it's scammy. You're making money off of people's likenesses, even though it's legal by the Supreme Court. They still think it's just a slimy, scammy thing to do. It's legal as shit. Well, some of them, there's been a falling out for some of their covers, but it's legal. The more it looks like the celebrity in those ones, the better it is. The more legal it is, the more it looks like the covers, and the more it looks like Dr. Doom or whatever, the less legal it is. So that's my opinion, is that I felt like it's very hypocritical to say, I don't like this using this person's likeness, but it's okay to use this person's likeness. And I understand the justification, transformative, parody, satire. I get all those words. I've done ridiculous amounts of research into this also. I totally get it, especially with all the Tidal Wave books that we've done in the past. It feels to a lot of people, and to me, again, we just agree to disagree and move on. It feels hypocritical to me. That's how it feels to me. It could be legal. I get it. Now, the post we're talking about is when Mike offered him like $10K to do a sketch cover right now.
100%.
That was not the Margot Robbie post. I looked all through it. There's another post that you called him out on where Mike offered him $10K to draw a cover. And that's when he said, I haven't put pen to pencil in years. I probably couldn't even do it.
14 years.
Now, so that's the post we're talking about. That's the post. But anyway, the whole reason I started this is because there's a dude that you guys share stuff all the time. He was on your YouTube channel talking about Merck and all the stuff that he had no knowledge about, Aaron Sparrow. This guy he made this post about me again. He comes off as this pretentious. You guys just got to watch the beginning of the video. I talked about all of his posts, all of his comments. I addressed everything that he mentioned, and he has no idea what he's talking about. No clue. I talked about all about Merck, how it went down, how the demise of Merck for a while, how it ended up in debt, why we stopped doing covers, why we're publishing again. I don't owe anybody money. I don't owe anybody comps that I'm aware of. If I do owe Aaron comps, I've told him I'll send them to him 1,000 times over. He won't reply to me. He thinks I'm a big oaf. He calls me names and shit, like whatever. So that's how I started. I was just about to talk about the other stuff, the Artist Elite stuff. If you guys want to hang out for that, I have no problem talking about that also. I think I have the video also.
I'll say on Aaron and all that stuff. I will step back on all of that because further proof is required then, right? Like, so I'll just let all that go, right? And
yeah, and again, it's kind of like, we're kind of both guilty of the same thing about doing, where we're saying stuff without verifying it,
Right. And if you're going to, kind of squash the shit with us, then I will be happy to reciprocate that and say, well, we're going to need something other than just he said, she said bullshit.
Yeah,
we're happy to reciprocate. Like with us, it's really if you give us respect, you get respect, and it's really as easy as that. And I apologize if for disrespecting you. I really felt that there was a lot of maliciousness coming from your direction, but like you've cleared it with me. I'm good now. And I do want to say too, on the Polito stuff. So you've just told me now, like several lies you've heard from people. The stories sometimes get out of control. Like you've told me a new one that I didn't even know. You said the story was that we were going to conventions. Like this has happened multiple times. like it's pretty wild.
We don't even go to conventions anymore. We haven't been to conventions in years outside of C2E2, and we saw you, and we just kept our distance. We just want to cause any problems.
Oh, shit, what was I gonna say? Man, I lost my train of thought.
That was like what, 2 years ago?
Yeah, we hardly go to conventions, at all. But shoot, what was I gonna say? I basically I hear stuff all the time. Oh yeah, a lot of artists pretend that they've worked for us that we don't even know who they are. That's a really weird phenomenon. And it's like a lot of people hitch on to the Wheeler clout hating stuff. So when you read my post earlier, I'm like talking about clout. It's because a lot of people do. A lot of people want to get in good favors with people who don't like us, like Liefeld or Coffin or you or whoever. And so
do you have artists, Sean, that say they've worked for you and never have?
That's never happened to me.
Oh my god.
They do that with us. They'll make up stories. And like you've probably heard so many stories that I've never heard about what we've supposedly done. So you probably have thought that we've been some kind of monsters, because a lot of people do, and it's just spiraled out of control.
There's so many stories out there. Well, let me. You guys don't have to stay if you don't want to, but I'm going to run through this.
Go for it,
real quick. I'm going to play this. Can you guys hear that? I don't know if anybody can hear it.
No.
Chat. Let me know if you can hear this. I don't know if I need to share audio and video. Maybe.
Yeah, you have
to. Stop screen. Share screen. I think I had it set up to do that.
Just take it off the screen real quick, Sean. All right, you're on StreamYard, right?
Yeah.
All right, hit the present button, the little computer with the plus in it,
Uh-huh.
and go to share screen.
Yeah.
And then right there where it says also share tab audio, it's at the very bottom right there. Make sure that's checked to the right.
Oh, hold on a minute.
Okay.
Stop screen. Let me
Yeah, you got shut that down.
Oh, also share tab audio. Okay, it's
yeah. And then right there, just pick your tab that you want to share and then hit share. See, I told you I'm a computer guy.
See, I had an entire screen. Let me just pick window. Maybe that'll work.
No, don't do window. Do tab. It's easier. All right, whatever.
Well, let's see if this works. Is that any better?
No, I don't hear anything.
God damn it. Maybe my stupid thing is, let me just turn the volume way up. Maybe my microphone will pick it up. Wolf.
Nope. Nada.
Still?
No.
Give it a few seconds to play. I think there's quiet in the beginning.
Is there? Skip forward.
I hear him talking. Well, anyway, so long story short, you guys know what happened in the video. So Brett Booth is on here, and there's a misconception. He says we paid for printing. That's the whole crux of this. He didn't. The artist did not pay for printing. So when he says we paid for printing, the first issue Prime, Artist Elite Prime, we put out, Primer Red, I believe it was, either Primer Red, Primer Blue. Primer Red made enough money to pay for the printing of the first issue. So we made enough money means like the Primer Red made enough money for the issue. Tyler and Allie were in all of these. I showed them everything, all the accounting. I showed them every little detail of this. What happened is, like, I literally lost $50,000 on this whole project of my own money. I lost that money on this project. So all the artists, what's up?
I just want to know, do you have prices on these?
I think those were $80.
$80 each.
Yes. Sorry, my streamer had asked a question. So the artist did all their own work. They drew their own stuff. They paid to get it colored. I fronted a couple guys, a couple $100 here and there for some coloring. They had to get. I paid the guy. I had an employee, Zen. He's a letterer and he does publishing, that kind of stuff. I paid Zen. He was an employee I hired on a weekly basis. He lettered all the books for free for them, and they all got published. They didn't. Only one paid for itself. It was the first issue. The Primer Red, Primer Blue paid for itself. Very quickly after that, these were all in Lunar through distribution. If you don't sell 2 to 3, at least 3,000 copies. If you don't sell at least 3,000 copies to get the printing affordable, $4.99 minus the distribution fees, minus the printing fees, 50% off the retailer, so you only get half of the $4.99, so you get $2.50. So $2.50. The 15%, the distribution fees come off of the entire $4.99. Then you got to pay the printing fees. If you can't get the printing for less than $1, you're making 40 cents, 50 cents, maybe 70 cents per book. There's no money there. So
Right.
The first issue made enough money to pay for itself. The second issue, it was short. And then issue 1 through 6, we did Artist Elites 1 through 6. It was an anthology. Each one had different parts in it. None of those made enough money to pay for itself. On top of that, I'm printing exclusives to bring to conventions for them. I'm printing tablecloths, banners, all the stuff for the cons to try to do a couple good setups to promote the books. And at the end of the day, by the time we almost didn't make it through issue 6. I was bound determined to make it through issue 6 because I promised these guys that all their issues, all 3 parts of their stories would all get published. Each artist would have part 1, 2, and 3 published. And that took 6 issues to get that done. By issue 3, I knew I was in the hole. I was desperately trying to get some signatures, trying to get more sales on the website to try to make that happen. It wasn't working. I told Zen, I'm going to have to let you go at the end of this because there's not going to be an Artist Elite Wave 2. There's no such thing because I'm way in the hole of this. What I did was I sent out.
Damn, Sean, you should have cut that shit off after the first fucking issue. Get yourself into debt like that was stupid.
It was terrible. So what I tried to do to make things better for these guys, and I tried to explain to them. I said, guys, look, there is no money. They're like, when are we gonna get paid? I'm like, there's no money. Like, I can't pay you nothing. You know, they're like, well, what happened to all the money that was made from Lunar? I'm like, it had to pay for printing, and then the next printing didn't work, and the next printing we were short, and I'm coming out of pocket for this now.
And this is where you fucked up. You expected artists to understand how business works.
That's what I'm talking about with Aaron Sparrow. He's an editor. He has no clue how Merc works. He has no clue how the business side works, but he loves to run his mouth and talk about how, oh, Sean is responsible for Merc's demise and he hasn't paid, he owes people money and get a contract. I'm like, what are you freaking talking about? You have no idea what you're talking about. Everyone got paid. Everyone's always been paid. I've never left people owing them money, and everything that I've done, no one's ever got left owing money. For the Artist Elite guys, I sent them a frick ton of comps. I paid, again, out of pocket. I took as many books as I had left. I sent them a shit ton. A couple of them told me, like, please stop sending me books, so they could sell them at tables, sell them at cons. I still have some I could send.
And then I'm sure all of these other artists that you worked with are now throwing you under the bus because of the fucking shit that you had to go through, even though you took the hit.
Well, really, I have great relationships with a lot of those guys still. Jordan Gunderson, Ali Garza, Tyler Kirkham, Freddie Williams, Alan Qua. He really didn't do anything. Sor Sung. I still work with these guys. The only one I think is still mad about it because he doesn't really understand what happened is Brett Booth. And it breaks my heart. I had great phone conversations with Brett. I was trying to get him to, he never goes to cons. I was trying to get him to come to a con. I was trying to get him to sign some books. We were going to try to do some kind of Spawn thing. Maybe if you talk to Ty, like, we had so much planned. It was going to be glorious. And he didn't really get how, I'm like, bro, there's no money. I'm so sorry. There's no money, you know?
Yeah.
And I understand why he'd be upset about it, but you know, I'm like, there's nothing there. These guys are frustrated too. They spent all this time drawing the books. They paid for coloring. Brett's art was incredible. I mean, all of Brett's art is incredible. Right. So it just kind of broke my heart. So, you know, Aaron Sparrow wants to go out there running his money about, talk to the Artist Elite guys. Yeah, please do. Please talk to them because they got a book published for free. You know, it didn't cost them any money.
That's one of the main reasons, dude. I'm terrified to get into distribution. I don't want to do it ever because I think it's a money suck, and I don't think there's any way out of it. You take the current situation of the LCSs and the stuff they're going through now, and then you're going to compound the fees you have to pay in order to get them their product. I mean, it's just right now, it's not a good time.
There's no money in the direct market like that unless you're doing a lot of like store exclusives. Yeah, I'm sure there's money to be made there. The way I look at it, I am going to take some Merc stuff back into Lunar next year, and I'm probably going to put Power Hour and some other books I have into Lunar. But the way I'm looking at it is, it's really just kind of free advertising. It's getting stores out there talking about it. It's getting the YouTubers talking about what's on FOC. It's getting retailers wanting to do some retail variants. I've already made, you guys know how it is. You spend money making a book, and once you made that money, it's kind of forever green now because you've made the initial cost back on making that book. So, you know, people don't want issue number 1 for 5 years. You know, you got to make issue 2, 3, keep the story going. But I'm probably going to go back into Lunar, hopefully, knock on particle board next year. But I know I'm not going to make any money. It's just going to be, I hope to just break even. If I don't lose money on it,
I would stay the fuck away from it, Sean. I really would.
I know.
I'd stay away from it. And Kickstarter and website sales and in-person stuff, and it shows that's where it's at. I think that's going to be the most successful thing you could ever do. That's what we're going to focus on. And I mean, it's just the distribution. It's a suckhole.
Yeah, I can understand where, knowing that was the business model of that makes a lot of sense why you would run into the hole.
No.
That makes a lot of sense.
Not to mention, especially if you're printing banners, you're getting convention tables. How many shows did you pay for out of that $50,000? Probably 3 or 4.
There was only 2 really. Dallas Fan Expo had our big rollout.
But you know, Artist Elite, you've got what, 5, 6 table. So
Yeah.
you're looking at $4,000 or $5,000, $6,000 a show.
Well, no, I got lucky because the tables were actually, the artists already had their tables. We talked to Kevin Fields from Fan Expo and said, hey, just put them all together. So
Okay.
the tables were pretty much comped, if you will. They had the artist tables, but 6 banners, 6 tablecloths, exclusives for the booth, all that shit, card readers. I put it in a Whatnot exclusive for it, and then it kind of bombed, and it was really hard. The characters didn't, we thought for sure it was kind of a build it and they will come type thing, but there wasn't enough hype. I mean, Lunar was still pretty new. Also, yeah, they had DC, but if we did it now, it might be more well received because now Lunar has Image and other big companies. There's more eyes on it, but in the past it was just DC, really. DC and a couple other things, So anyway, that's why this whole thing got me going, because it was mostly Aaron Sparrow. Aaron Sparrow, just I've said his name more today than I have in the last 2 years. He's an editor that worked for me. He got paid for all his work, and it was the same situation with Merck, where we started. The straw that broke the camel's back was I got a call from the payroll company. They're like, "Hey, payroll bounced." I'm like, "What?" Because I've never not paid anybody. I've never missed a paycheck for any of my employees ever. It's kind of a badge of pride. I've always been able to pay people, and that's why it bugs me so much when Aaron and people say like, "Oh, I'm scam people and I don't pay artists, I don't pay people, and I owe people money." It's like, no, it's not true. Anyway, I got a call and like I'm short, so I called the manager Murphy, and I'm like, "Hey, we're short $6,000. Like, what's going on?" She's like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened. Something came out, blah, blah." So I had to put my own personal money back into there out of savings so it didn't bounce. And before that, I was telling Murphy, like, why are we so in debt? Like, we had a working capital loan, we had a credit card with a ton of money on it. And it's like, well, we're not selling enough in Lunar to pay for the printing. And then we're paying for an editor-in-chief. We're paying for another editor for Born of Blood. And I was like, we don't need all these people. And then, of course, Aaron's like, "Oh, what do you mean you don't need an editor? Of course you do." And I'm like, I don't think we need an editor. Like, I just don't. I can do the editing. I can read the story and see how it goes and make sure all the words match up and make sure the punctuation's right. I don't think I need an editor. Like, I can control this myself. Anyway, as soon as I said, I was like, "Oh, why is payroll so high? Oh, we got to pay this artist and this guy, and Aaron needs to get paid, and this." And I was like, stop making comics. Like, we have 4 comics in the can. We haven't even published yet. I don't need another 4 done. We can't afford to have 4 made. Stop until we recover some money. As soon as I basically said, pencils down, everybody stop. I was public enemy number 1. Murphy was mad. Aaron thought I was an idiot. What do you mean you're going to stop making comics? You can't have a published company if you stop making comics. And I was like, yeah, you got to have money too, you ding dong. Like, so he bitches and then he wants to say, "Oh, Sean Hernandez's Porn Empire is like he's cutting me down or something." Like, you had no problem cashing those checks when I was paying you. You weren't like, "Oh, I'm above this."
Hey man, you're talking to the wrong people. You're going to talk about porn and
That's what I'm saying.
naughty covers and shit.
And that's why you're such a hypocrite, because
What do you mean? I'm not a hypocrite. I love that shit.
Not you guys. Aaron, not you guys. Aaron is, because Aaron loves you guys. He'll talk to you guys all day, come on your YouTube show, all this other stuff, but he wants to.
He's only been on once, I think. Well, it's not like a regular.
I won't say we talk to him like every day or anything. No, it's like
we don't.
Every 5 months or something, I say hi. It's not like I'm sitting there every day in his DMs talking shit about you. It's not been very often, Sean.
Until about 30 minutes ago, you guys were definitely unified by your mutual wanting to talk shit about Sean. For sure.
It's true, and I apologize. You're right. I did hit Sean.
I'm
still going to talk shit about you. Fuck you. I don't care.
Well, if it's in good, I don't mind if it's in good fun. I talk shit about my friends all the time.
Yeah,
it's part of being a dude. That's what we do.
Yeah, and remember that when I made that post about the napkins, it's just part of being a dude. I was just giving you shit. I was giving you, whether you believe it or not. I was giving you shit, Sean.
Definitely didn't come off that way.
I know. You took it wrong, and I probably posted it wrong, but still, I was giving you shit.
And Mike can be taken wrong, especially when you're surrounded by people that hate us. So right, so
Yeah.
but you felt, I don't know what the right word is, but you observed like ours and Aaron Sparrow's relationship, and I have felt the same way in reverse. Like I see you with other people, right, that also hate us, and it's probably been more of a similar situation than dissimilar. Like, they're probably talking to you about us, and it's just this whole thing that, I have believed you to be of malicious character going back to that event, but here talking to you now, I don't feel like you're coming off that way at all. And I hope that you see that we're not malicious people. We don't scam people. We have a really good positive track record.
Yeah, dude, look at our fucking fulfillment on Kickstarter, man. Like,
we kick ass, and we've
You
always been this
guys
way.
have done great. I mean, I may not agree with a lot of stuff. Well, mostly just the Brian Pleto thing, but everything else you do, you guys seem to be like. I even said, I think it was before Mindy jumped on. In her first thing, she said, "We care about our customers. We care about customer service. We want to make good comics." You can see that's readily apparent. You guys definitely care about your customers. You care about getting things fulfilled. I've heard not a negative word at all about you guys fulfilling stuff. There's so many people out there that have campaigns that are like too deep that have not been fulfilled. Not just the Comic-Gate guys that are years out, like people in the industry. Like
Rob Liefeld, who hasn't fulfilled a brigade yet, and it's been 12 years.
There's a lot of people. There's a lot of surprising
12
people.
years. He walked off with $50,000 of backers' money.
It's weird to me how many people give people just a pass on that, just because they're semi-celebrities, like Ethan Van Sciver, for example, EVS. Will do anything for him, and he's so far behind in so many things. Like, stop streaming and draw.
Hey,
like,
and guess what, Sean? You don't have to worry about Rainbow the Brute coming out, because Daddy's going to put the book out for him.
I don't even know what that is.
It's one of the books that he's 4 or 5 years late on. So
Mindy's drawing it, and she's going to put it out.
Oh God.
First. It is going to be funny.
Just to piss him off.
I got time for all that, but I mean, good for you guys for I guess pick your battles, and hey, that's go for it.
Hey,
we're here to have fun.
Go for it.
This is fun.
Yeah, and on the Coffins crowd, like there's a lot of depth to that commentary, which ties into what we're saying now. Like I have felt personally very bullied by a lot of people in that crowd. Like I told you, Russ Cassidy. I've caught him. You could search for his name, I'm sure, on my profile. And there have been multiple times that he's come on my page and he calls me a tracer because of that one piece that was sold at your shop. And it's like, this has been going on for years. And I'm like, no, that's not what happened. And I explain the whole thing, like how you felt tonight. You had to come on and clear the air with Aaron. Like I have to do that all the time with these people. Like you said, PGX, I talk about that. I talk about our convention. I'm always clearing the air. And even in the comments here, they're like, oh, Mike is fat, and all these comments that are like from trolls, from Comics, from Coffin, whatever. They're just very mean to us.
Yeah,
I've lost a lot of weight. I've lost like
90
pounds, dog.
That's good. Good for you. That's
when
awesome.
Coffin, and he had an underlying health issue. It's not because he even ate. He eats the same amount of food as he always had. Like
I was medically a woman.
You were going through perimenopause.
No. It was worse than that.
Did you get your hormones checked?
Yes, dude. I went in, got my hormones checked, got put on fucking testosterone.
Yeah.
I'm on an estrogen blocker, and dude, it's melting off.
People don't understand how much of an impact that makes. I've been on testosterone for probably over 10 years now, and
it's like a whole nother world.
I tell people all the time, who asked a serious question? I missed your serious question. Dungeon Crawler Kevin. Chaotic is happy. Matt Cole, owner of Glopple. Thank you. Well, so, and here's another thing. Again, not to keep going back to this guy, but like, I have no, like, kudos to Mindy for jumping on when I sent her the invite, and kudos to Mike for jumping on too. Like, I've asked Aaron many times, let's get on and talk about this, and he's like, oh, I don't share a space with people I deem lesser than me. Oh, like he comes off as this pretentious.
That's
Go back,
gay.
go back and read his post again, because he just seems like the kind of guy that you guys would not get along with. If it
Dude,
wasn't for
Aaron, quit being gay, dude. If he asks you to come on and talk, fucking go talk to the man. Jesus Christ.
I did call him a bunch of names in the beginning of the stream, and I don't take it back, and I'm not sorry, because I believe everything that I said about him. He's a
I
coward.
hate it when people won't fucking like talk to you man to man and like fucking hash shit out. Like if you got a problem with somebody, fucking talk to people, dude.
I hate that. I hate it. Like just if I will not say something
like Ethan won't even get in the same chat room with me at all. He's fucking terrified of me. He says I don't need that kind of abuse.
I won't even like I won't say something behind someone's back that I won't say to their face. I have no problem with that. And I address that, all of that again with the whole it's a long, go back and watch the beginning. There's a lot of drama there between Drew, the Dolan, the writer of Born of Blood for a while, and then Aaron Sparrow, and Drew thinks I talk shit about him. I didn't talk shit. I just said true things that everybody else said. His writing wasn't good in the beginning. I don't know if it's good now, but Aaron told me that in our editor meeting, and now they're like best friends. And Drew's mad at me because I talk shit about him, and Aaron's the one that said it, and I repeated it. Like it drives me nuts. Anyway.
Well, what's the good takeaway from all this is that things can be squashed and leveled, and I really appreciate you extending me the link then in the first place. I can't tell you how many times people just talked crap about me and Mike online, and they will ignore us. So that whole sort of knee-jerk reaction where we feel very strongly we have to defend ourselves, you know, that's where so much of that comes from. It's just because of so many years of people dragging on narratives that could so easily be squashed. Like I said, we've got the email apology from PGX. Fabian today even talked to Mike to confirm that.
I found the fucking screenshots. I found the fucking receipts, dude, that proves that shit with Liefeld never fucking happened.
Yeah, I even have on my YouTube like a whole flash of all of the emails we sent. Shelby Robertson, I think, was one of them. Shit, I don't even remember. But it, like, none of that even made sense that we would try to pretend to be Jimmy J, because the majority of people we invited were our friends. There would have been no need for influence.
You know, back in the day, all the relationships I had with all the creators at the shows, and I would go to them and talk to them, and like we were on really good terms. Those were the same guys that were going to come to the show: Chad Harden, Neil Adams. You know, I mean, you know how tight Chad and I were.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Chad's a good dude.
I mean, fuck, dude.
Yeah, and it really.
And then he comes off and says, "Oh, I'm pretending to be like Jimmy J or some shit." Like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah,
Get out
and
of here.
We were being told that Jimmy J was telling, I won't say their name, but was telling an artist that if they publicly supported us at that time, that they would be blacklisted from their Hawaii show, Jimmy J's Hawaii show.
Yep.
There was so much shit going on, and
that's something else I've never done. I've never told somebody, if you work with someone, you can never work with me. There's people that they've done me wrong. I have so much disdain for them, but I rarely talk about them publicly, if ever. I'll tell another creator if someone asks me, like, hey, what do you think about this guy? I'll be like, oh man, do you really want to know? Because I'm going to tell you. But I will not actively be like, fuck this guy fucked me over. I don't run around cons being like, hey, this guy's a jerk, this guy screwed me over, this guy screwed me over. Because I just quietly make a note, I'm not working with this guy anymore, and then I move on. And if it's really bad, there's been a couple things that I've done a couple times where if someone's like, hey, do you want to buy some of this book? And I know a certain person worked on it, I'll be like, I'm going to pass. And I don't tell them why. Oh, fuck that guy. The guy's a jerk. I'll just be like, nope, I'm not taking any of that book but there's very few. There's like maybe 3 people in the industry that I just will not work with, because most people are just, people make human mistakes. Someone's late on the cover. I've had plenty of people have to bump me. Hey man, don't forget to send me that PayPal. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I totally slipped my mind. Here's the money right now. It happens. Sometimes I need a bump. Sometimes things get missed here and there. Friendly reminder, it happens to all of us. Get people paid, we wouldn't be in the industry this long if we didn't pay creators, if we didn't, try to do the right thing, if we didn't try to make quality content. Speaking of which, you guys don't sell on Whatnot.
No, we don't.
I'm going to talk about this later. I'm going to pull myself up here real quick. I happen to get this guy's Whatnot stream, and he has a bunch of covers like this, and I'm like, a lot of these look AI. And I was like, hey, what is this? He's like, oh, it's my book. What book is it? Oh, it's our book, Multiverse Saga. I'm like, okay, it's a comic. I'm like, I have a feeling like it's not really a comic. Like, let me buy one. I bought one, paid like $4 for it. And I was like, let me check this comic out. So I open it up. Okay. Page 1. I wish I was in an anime. The person says. Okay. I'm probably spoiling this guy's whole thing by reading his book right now. Can I do this? It's mine now. I can do all of it, right? Page 2.
Well, you can show it, but you can't show all of it because they can give you a copyright strike for that.
Page 2. I'm only going to show five pages.
Yeah.
That's all the story there is. Page 4 and 5 to be continued. And then it's a bunch of cover
Christ.
galleries.
Wow.
And this guy is telling people, this is my comic book. You should say it's a 5-page preview along with the cover gallery. Be honest with people about what you're selling.
That's true.
That is fucking horseshit.
I sell previews of my books sometimes. I kind of stop because I don't have time. But I'll sell a preview of my books, and I'll say, and it even says on the cover, preview edition. I tell everybody, this is Power Hour 2 preview edition, whatever it is. It's sometimes I still try to make them 20 pages. I'll do like 4 pages of colors, 4 pages of inks, or 4 pages completed, lettered everything, and then 4 pages of colors, and then just 4 pages of inks. That gets me 12 pages, and I do a few extra bonus pages of sketches or concepts or whatever. But I very clearly say it's a preview book.
Hey, share my screen, Sean.
I think I am. Oh, this one.
Yeah, I think that's industry standard to say when a preview book
This is Puppet. This is one of our books.
Okay.
How many pages is it?
Go ahead and show it. I'm going to go pee.
Okay.
Mike, you're in charge of the stream.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
I'm going to have to skip really fast. Hang on.
Yeah, go. There you go.
All right. Because there's nude scenes. So hang on. I'll got to scroll back up now because I went so far.
Slowly. There you go.
Yeah, make sure I'm not going to run into it. No, I'm still not. Here we go. I jerked it way too far. Yeah, here we go. All right, now this is right after the nude scene. There we go. So yeah, we've got a detective here, Rebecca Hartman. She is researching. She's going to be checking out these murders going on. And this story is based in ancient Sumerian mythology. There's a lot of Sumerian influences into this. So it's more of like a noir style detective horror / like fucking thriller. Yeah. There you go. A lot of gore.
I'm just happy. I'm happy that we talked to Sean tonight. I'm in a good mood now. It's been a good day. Some people were telling me that we should make up, but I was like, I don't think that's going to happen.
Well, it's up to people to, want to, I guess.
Yeah. I'm good with this. I'm good with all this. I want everything to be peaceful. I'm tired of getting trolled.
Ugh,
I'm so tired of it.
And people are like, "Oh, their books are shit." Yeah, does this look like shit? I don't know. Is it?
I'm super proud. I'm super proud of my interiors too. Like I put a lot of work into them. I'm sure you guys do too.
Yeah.
What do you think, Sean? Look at it. You look at the pages. What do you think?
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's about better than a lot of other crap I see out there for sure.
Yeah.
This
is my favorite panel right here. I love this police station. The way it's lit up.
what I like about it is you got backgrounds in there, which is very rare. A lot of times you just get speed lines, or there's a lot of backgrounds. Who drew this?
Oh yeah, dude. Carlos Rodriguez.
Yeah, it's good. Look at that page.
Rodrigo.
That's
Yeah.
some
I know.
detail. Holy shit.
Yeah, dude.
That's some detail.
You can see the bar glasses and stuff, all the Halloween
Yeah. Holy shit.
decorations, the
And kudos
lights.
to the colorist too for making that look
Mhm.
not washed out. There's depth in the characters. Yeah, he did a good job.
Thanks.
Pretty
What
good.
you do and what Tyndall does with Merc and all that, like you guys have always had really good looking campaigns too. I think I bought one of Tyndall's. What was it called? It's something with the Misfits.
Oh yeah, he started well, it's Devil's Deviants now.
Yeah, that's right. I
Yeah.
have one copy of that, and I've not seen the interiors of your book, but no
It's
doubt.
good. He Jamie doesn't I basically bought all of Merc from him.
Oh, okay.
So Jamie just kind of wanted to go. I was doing most of the work anyway. So he just decided to go. He has his Devil's Deviants and some other stuff that he's doing. And I'm doing all the Merc stuff now. It's basically mine. So he's doing great. I love Jamie. He's a great dude. You know, he's
Jamie is nice. Yeah, Jamie is nice.
a good dude, good feller. Well, I appreciate you guys coming on. I appreciate us. You know, sometimes you just got to agree to disagree, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong.
Yeah.
You can not like a bunch of shit that I've done. I can not like things that you've done, but we can still be civil. And I have lots of really good friends that I'm an atheist, and I have very, very good Christian friends, hardcore Christian friends.
Hmm.
I ain't mad at you. I've served 24 years, so you can believe whatever the hell you want. You know, even if I don't agree with it, I don't care. Like, have your beliefs. You know. Oh, by the way, I gotta say this. I think it's hilarious that the clips of me you guys put in the front of some of your videos. For the record, I will never sell a completely a completely transgender characters comic books.
That was hilarious. I love that. That's my favorite clip of you. I play it all the time.
I know.
Like
I get a kick
Dylan
out-
Mulvaney getting surgery. That's fucking priceless.
Sipping Bud Light, I think.
I'm still playing that on every
do.
stream. There's nothing you can do about
I
it.
do get a kick out of it, but I would never do that. I'd go work at McDonald's before I made those kind of comics.
But hey, morals go out the window when business is concerned, right, John?
Yo, yeah, that's another one. Morals go out the window, but it's concerned. I don't even know what context that was said. Sometimes people tell me all the time, be careful what you say online because they can clip it. I'm like, I don't give a shit.
That's
Anyone who
right.
knows me knows.
That's right.
People can clip all
And you know,
kinds of
the only reason I play it, it's not to drag you down. I just think it's funny.
I don't care. Whatever, man. Go for it. You know.
There's a lot of crazy people online, and I'm so happy that we talked tonight because I don't let those crazy people online give you a picture of who we are, because it is so wild out there and not true. And I'm really happy we have now turned a new leaf and we've got this new face-to-face streamline. You're not blocked with me. To hear also that you said you had a good time at that event from 2017. I had a blast too. That's why I was so sad later when people were talking shit. But maybe just they were talking shit. You know, maybe it was nothing. Maybe they just completely heard the wrong thing, made it up, like something. You know, that you're telling me you didn't talk shit, so I'm gonna believe you. But I was really sad after. I was like, wow, what an asshole!
You know, a lot of people just take things such the wrong way. Like I may have said something like, oh, I don't like that cover she did, or I don't like that image or something. I can go up to anybody's booth and be like, I don't like that image. I don't, because that's kind of a dick thing to do. But if somebody asked me or something, maybe somebody heard me say like, hey, what do you think about this cover? I'm like, oh, that cover is garbage. Maybe I didn't even know it was you. I don't know. Like, we all have our opinions. And sometimes, like I said, I'm being much more aware of what I say because, like we talked about, my platform, I got to be more responsible with how I use it, what I say, all this other stuff. That's why I haven't addressed Aaron Sparrow or even what you guys have said for almost 2 years now, because I'm just like, I'm busy, you know what they say, don't feed the trolls, all this other shit. But I try not to care. But then last couple days, especially with like I told Mindy before you got in here, Mike, I said, the thing that bugs me the most about Aaron Sparrow thinking that he knows everything is that he comes off like he has this insider knowledge of what really happened at Merck. And you said it perfectly. My mistake was thinking that an artist understands the business side of things, and
Right.
this editor.
And that's an expensive mistake, Sean.
It was. It was.
Yeah.
In both occasions.
Yeah. Well, I'm not talking about money wise. I'm talking about perception wise, relationship wise.
Just look at what happened with Rob Liefeld, and we didn't even do anything. Oh my god!
Yeah, dude.
We get
seriously,
it. Get
look
that.
what Rob did to me, man. Just by making a fucking post saying that I was trying to be Jimmy J or some shit.
Yeah, just the most.
And we hear about it every fucking day.
Just the most random encounter can spiral. So we completely understand, and that's between Aaron and you to talk it out. I hope he does talk it out.
He never will, because he's a coward. I'll tell you right now. I've offered him many times even in the last post. He took a bunch of again. It's not just that he won't talk to me face to face, and he'll call me out very publicly, but he won't talk to me like this publicly. And then he started to say, like, I don't share a space, whatever his words were. I don't share a space with someone that's beneath me. And I made a comment, and I was like, well, you have no problem sharing this space with me. You're replying to all my comments. He typed a whole bunch of stuff.
After you and doing that shit, then he's going to have to deal with me too now, calling him gay and a little bitch. I will.
Well, and then he deleted all.
That's stupid.
Well, here's what's worth. Not only will he not talk to me man to man, he deleted all the comments I put on that post, and then he blocked me, and then made a bunch of comments talking smack about me, and then made another post saying, for everybody wondering about my tough earlier, like, no one cares about you. Have zero reach. No one cares about your stuff. Like, anyway, he just wanted to talk about it again, hoping someone else will pick it up, like you guys or someone else will pick it up and share it. And he deleted all my comments. Well, I've never deleted a comment. I never will delete a comment. I'll reply to it. I'll never delete a comment somebody put up. I rarely block people. I had you guys blocked. Now you're unblocked. I rarely block people unless it's just like some, Iraqi guy that's a fake account that's making shit things, whatever. Because I don't feel like it's like censorship. I'm not afraid of other people's opinions. I welcome them. I like talking to people. I'm very center. Pretty much, I lean pretty right a lot of times in the political spectrum, but I love talking to people about both sides. The far right is crazy and the far left is crazy.
Yeah, amen to that. Yeah, we get attacked by both sides all the time. I hear you.
Yeah,
well, I apologize for having the wrong perception about you, which I have. I mean, ever since our falling out with the Margaret Robbie, I have thought that you have had really malicious intentions against me and Mike. But I'm not really just not getting that right here. So that how you are is how we are too. We're really not opposed to squashing anything or talking with anybody. Anybody in the chat, like if Brian Pleto were to talk tomorrow, want to talk tomorrow, we'd be happy to do that too. We're not evil like people think we are, and I'm just really thankful that
I would laugh at him and I would ask him why he thinks he's an 1860s southern plantation owner that can own skin color.
It's really intimidating. That's
what I would do. I would just ask him that, and then we would be friends.
And other creators have gotten cease and desist for the same thing. So I've been on this like huge kick over the past 2 years, which was part of the whole AI thing in Shikari. Like, it's been just a sort of journalism vein in me where I've believed that certain people exert market control in this space and try to purposefully do things like the cease and desist. Like, that's a perfect example in my mind of somebody trying to sort of monopolize something like skin color, white hair, white skin, and say, this is mine. And then it kind of bullies the other creators out of it, and then that's that. And so that's my personal opinion of it, was that it's a bully tactic. It's intimidating. It scares people because they look at Coffin and they go, oh, look at the money they're making. I'm nobody, and they don't want to get sued, and they're not as legally savvy as sometimes I can be. they get scared. You know,
And
so
everybody knows Lady Death is just a Tarna ripoff. Look, it's
yeah,
right
look
there.
at my
It's on
look at
Mindy's
my profile
It's
picture.
right
You know,
there.
that's Tarna. So
That's
that was
Tarna. That's where Brian Polito got
I felt
Lady
that
Death
was
from.
very, very hypocritical of Coffin. They say first, oh, you can't homage a cover without permission from the owner. Well, he's like one of the guys that has done
He's
the most.
the god of homage covers. How many homage covers has Lady Death done, Sean?
Well, I think it started with the big homage thing. In my opinion, started with the Do You Poo with Marat, and then Marat kind of did a lot of those for Brian. They were fun. I mean, I just I again agree to disagree on the Lady Death thing. I kind of side, legal or not. That's kind of how I feel about the tidal wave stuff too. Legal or not, I feel like there's, I don't want to say a moral line because I'm not morally superior, but I just feel like there's certain things that you're either just asking for trouble by
I get
poking a bear, or like I was very nervous about the Taylor Swift covers when we first did those. I was paranoid, and Darren from Tidal Wave assured me time and time again, it's okay. Ran it by her people. She knows. I should have asked for some kind of proof they ran it by her people. I should have verified that stuff. I just trusted him a lot more than I probably should have. I never got screwed, by the way. Nothing bad happened. But it could have went sideways pretty quick. And, I feel like you poke a bear and the bear's going to get mad sometimes. But yeah, I just, you know what? You guys do your thing. And if it works for you, it works for you. Apparently it is working for you. You got some great Kickstarters out there that are kicking ass for you. And, comics should be fun.
Comics should be fun. It came from, it's funny because we had no intentions of like the Lady Darth thing. Brian takes that as a parody of his character. We intended to parody Lady Death in Boobs 3, but not Star Wars. Like that didn't even occur to me.
It
stemmed from Melinda's comics. Do you remember when he called? Well, yeah, you were there. You were taking Coffin's side. I remember on that. I watched it. Like all of the artists did, and I was like, oh no, because I feel like those are all my bullies. And
I made a post and I said, oh, he's going to go after this cosplayer. Well, guess what? I'm going to come out with a shitload of Lady Death
parodies to prove a point. Yeah, but it wasn't even Star Wars. So it was going to be.
But it wasn't Star Wars. Yeah, it wasn't. It was going to be on Boobs 3.
And it was just to prove that you can parody someone, because I felt that, or just seeing that all go down, I felt that Melinda was ripped a new asshole. Yeah, and yeah, she used AI, and yes, she did a cosplay cover, but she complied though. She destroyed her covers. And yet,
and they kept going after her. That was my issue. Like they wouldn't leave this woman alone.
Like the internet mafia is pretty bad. I mean, I mean,
and you know what? Brian didn't do anything to stop it either. He could have been like, "Hey, this girl, she did wrong, but guess what? She did everything I asked her to. Please leave her alone."
Not
he
only
didn't
that,
fucking do that, did he?
He continued to post about it. So I was watching her get like her business just torched, and I've been through it, with Rob and all that.
Well, again, guys, let me say this again, and I mean this in all fairness and friendliness, but just like I said a little while ago, I gotta be careful how I use my platform, because it can have, just like Brian used his platform, and then people continue to go after her. I guarantee you there are people out there that don't even know me that think I'm a huge piece of shit because of your posts.
Oh,
they have no idea about me.
Yeah, vice versa.
All the people, how many people you even said you can't go anywhere without people in the chat everywhere talking shit about you. So, the people still go after Melinda. I'm sure they do. Even though she did the right thing and did other things, I'm sure there'll be people that still don't like me, people that still don't like you.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing. What we're going to do after we get off this live stream is make some good posts about you and say everything's cool.
Yeah,
we're not going to sit there and fucking be like Brian and just let it happen and let it to continue and perpetuate.
Yeah, we can mend this, Sean. We've patched things before with people, and that's generally how it goes. Because fans and stuff, they get mad when they see creators wrong each other. So, if we go and make a Facebook post right now and say, listen, which I'm going to do and intended to do before Mike even said that, listen, we've patched things with Sean. I apologize for all the bad things I've said about you. He apologized to us. We're cool. Then a lot of that will go away between everybody online.
I was thinking the same thing while while I was peeing. While I was standing there with my wiener in my hand, I was thinking about Mike.
That makes me happy, Sean.
See, we have similar sense of humor. Well, I was standing there with my dick in my hand, thinking about Mike Wheeler. I was thinking about, I'm gonna make
as you should.
You should clip that one.
Yeah, trust me, it's going on the board.
There's a clip for you. I'll do the same thing. I'll be like, look, I talked to great stream with the Wheelers last night. Feel free to jump in and listen to it. I would do the same thing with Aaron Sparrow. I would do the same thing with him. Like, I have no problem. I love making things right. I love making things right, especially when I don't know how things started and they snowball. And that's this perfect example for us. They snowballed, escalated, and you try to narrow it back to what initially happened. It's kind of like, I don't really know what happened. Like, I just know I'm mad at this person for some reason. I'm supposed to be mad at them. Like, why am I mad at them? I don't know, but fuck them. Like.
Yeah. For me, it really is like, I think that people sometimes are out to get me, and I thought you were just one of those people.
Yeah. No, I mean, you guys. In all fairness, you guys do like to poke bears and put targets on your backs a lot of times.
Yes, we do.
But but at the same time, like a lot of the AI stuff that gets called out, like. I try to do this. I made a post not too long ago calling out Doxiana, and I ran it through AI generators, and I made a post about it. I was like, I can't do that for everybody, because obviously we would spend all of our time doing nothing but chasing down, and they're so prominent now, chasing down AI artists that don't give credit to AI. Again, I've always said this. If someone uses AI, as long as you say it's AI, that's step one. Admit you're using AI. I don't think people should use it. Let's be honest, it ain't fucking going anywhere.
Every one of our customers know it. And if you scroll down to the bottom of our campaign page, the AI disclosure is right there.
Yeah, it's, I think it's, again, I told Mindy this. I'm not trying to start an argument, but this is my opinion. I think it's a little, the Shaka Mike thing with the signature, and then, we don't like his art, but I'm going to try to use AI to make it as much like his art as possible. Agree to disagree, whatever, do what you're going to do. I still do my thing, do your thing. I still show Sakurai stuff. Like, he's my best artist by far. I'm very lucky that he still agreed to be exclusive with me. He does still do covers for other people if he has time. I kind of coordinate that. I connect as his agent a little bit, but he's a game changer, for a lot of campaigns. But anyway,
he's welcome to reach out to us too, and we can discuss. There's going to be more to probably talk about. Like, he would have to show me stuff that would prove to me that he's not using, but I don't even know if that's possible. But anyways, I really don't want hostility. We've just been so used to it coming our way, going back to the Liefeld event. We don't really know any other way to be. We tried to be nice in the beginning, and it actually made it worse, Sean. When the Liefeld stuff was going on, we were like, I'm sorry, we're trying to be nice. And they doubled down, and they were like, look, they're horrible, they're apologizing. And it showed weakness, I guess, is a good way to say it. And then they just came at us harder. So after that, we stopped being nice, because it was easier. People didn't troll us as much, because they didn't want to be called out too. So there's a lot of reasons why we are the way that we are, and it's not though. We're just like trying.
I understand, like, when your hackles are up and your defense mechanisms are firing on full force, and it's very easy to not, to context over tone over text is impossible. It's really hard to get tone over text. So
yeah, true.
Especially if you don't know somebody very well. You know, like there's a lot. I've deleted many comments where I'm like, ooh, they're not going to know what I meant. They're not going to know what I meant by that. Let me take that off of there. Let me get off the internet for a little while and go for a walk. For sure.
Oh, when you said about the platform being big, I think that's something that probably people like, maybe even probably Polito, Liefeld, I don't think they've realized. So it was cool to hear you say that you are conscious of that, because people with big platforms really do, like, if they say something bad about like the little guy, what we've been through, it's life ruination is a funny term people use on the internet, but it really is life ruining.
Yeah.
So I will also be more conscious of what I say going forward. I think this is a good reminder to do that.
Yeah, I just try to be more, you know, I don't want to say responsible. That sounds a little pretentious, but I just try to be more aware of, you know, if I say something about somebody, it's gonna resonate with that person for a long time. So in the moment, I may be pissed and that's bullshit. You know what? Screenshot, share, boom, make a comment, fuck this guy, and then hit enter. But then, man, even if I delete it 30 minutes later, someone screenshot it, someone sent it to somebody else, someone's talking about it, it's out there circulating around, you know.
Yeah.
So I just got to be like, you know, I got so much to do, you know. Even now it's 1 o'clock in the morning my time. I need to go home and get to bed. I got a lot of shit to do tomorrow. It's Friday. I'll be working all weekend already. We haven't got our lunar shipment in yet. I got to break out. Batman Blind Bags are coming out this week. I got 2 exclusives coming out. I got to review scripts. I got artists waiting to get back to me about approvals. You guys know how that shit is.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, I got to approve coloring. I got to break. You know what the most time consuming thing is I don't know if you guys do this. When the final colors come back, and then you got to rematch the script up to the pages because it doesn't always work. I've had to rewrite entire books sometimes. Like this just doesn't work at all. Like I changed the whole thing. Like nope, here's the new script for the dialogue and text.
Art editors. You got to have an art editor and make sure that they're putting everything into each panel that they're supposed to be doing. Do that in the roughs.
Yeah, I started paying a lot more attention to the roughs.
You have to, because the artists, they don't know what the fuck they're doing, dude.
No,
like they're going to draw it wrong 90% of the time. And if
Yeah.
you're not sitting there babysitting them, making sure that everything that's in the script is translated in the art, going down bullet point by bullet point, you're going to get something fucked up.
Yeah.
And we've been in that position. We've learned.
I stopped working with a couple of these studios because I would hire a studio to do an artist. Well, I realized the artist doesn't get shit because the studio takes most of the money, which irritates me. And then sometimes they don't even speak English. So they're taking my script and translating it, and then they're trying to draw it. And then I got to email the guy to email the artist the change, and then the page to email me back. And it just slows down the process so much. So I'm so fortunate to have you know, some English speaking artists now doing interiors. It's like a relief. I'm like, what have I been missing my whole life? Like, you know,
that's pretty cool. And on the artist defense, it's easy to get blind when you draw. And one of the hardest things about drawing interiors is doing what the script says. Sometimes it's just as harder than it sounds. So yeah, art editing, we do try to be really thorough with that. But you've done a great job, Sean, that with your business. I have to commend you on that. You've grown exponentially, and I mean, there's nothing bad to say about any of that. You've obviously done right things, you know.
It's been a lot for sure. I mean, when I was Mike remembers me running around cons and shit, sleeping in cots in the car. All I dreamed
showering
about
at the YMCA, basically fucking homeless. Working your ass off, dick in the dirt, flipping books on Facebook. Yeah, dude, I remember.
It's tough.
You came from nothing, dude. And
literally from nothing. And
bullshit.
then all I dreamed about was being this big entity. And now that I got big, all I want to do is go back to being small again.
That's how it works.
I mean, the printing company is doing well. They're fantastic. We just got a new machine in. They're printing even faster and better now. I think we make some of the best metals in the industry. We're about to be able to do foils pretty soon. We can do the leather covers. So the printer's doing fantastic.
Wow.
The Patreon's doing well. I'm closing one of my buildings. I don't need 4 buildings. So I'm
We
closing
do
one
our
of the
own
buildings.
medals.
What's
Jeez.
that?
4
We
buildings.
do our own medals.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we tried to do the paper. We just couldn't afford the equipment. Our equipment just couldn't handle the volume, and it died.
Yeah,
So-
people. These printer machine companies don't understand that they promise you the world. They overpromise and underdeliver big time.
Yep.
Oh yeah, the printer can handle all this stuff, and
Yeah, no, it can't.
jamming. It's dead. It's died. The covers are broke. Oh, it's ridiculous.
It's a very, very treacherous
The
world.
ink is expensive. They're like, oh yeah, it'll print this many pages when it only prints a fifth of that because they're only talking about a percentage of the color
Yeah.
on the page.
It's like 15% coverage, and then a comic page is the entire coverage, so it's totally off. Yeah.
Yeah, ink is so expensive. I see so many people. We're just babbling now, but I see so many people. Of course, they try to cut corners. Everyone wants to save money. Of course, the money's
Dude,
tight.
we tried
Everyone wants to save money.
getting this fucking ink from China flown in, and then it
Mhm.
ruined all of our fucking developers and our fucking
Oh.
rollers. Yeah, dude. Yeah, it didn't
Don't get
work.
Chinese ink. It's bad.
And
Don't do
then
it.
if you have a warranty, it'll avoid the warranty because
It did. Yeah.
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 I learned that. We have service plans. We pay so much per click. Every page we click, whether it goes
Yep.
through or not, is like 3 cents or 4 cents or 8 cents, depending on the deal you have.
Uh-huh.
It's wild. You're literally are making money by volume. You're making 5 cents a comic, and you got to print thousands. It's nuts. But yeah, I got to get. I got to just. We're just downsizing. Aaron thinks we're failing. Oh, Merc, we're failing. Oh, fuck you. You don't know shit. You don't know shit about fuck.
Yeah.
Downsizing is a good thing. It's
So
smart.
that's where it's coming from. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
I've talked very openly about it to almost everybody. We're ramping up production on comics, but we're changing how we do a lot of things. We're doing a lot more Marvel and DC exclusives. We're sharing stuff with other retailers again. I'm not hosting them. I'm just getting shares of their covers. I am still making my own stuff, but website sales are down so much. I don't need a fulfillment manager and 2 people pulling orders and a shipper. I don't need 4 people in my warehouse. I need like 1 person probably
Right.
could probably handle it. So
We do it all ourselves, just Mindy and I.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah,
of work
and it's becoming too much. I've been begging Mike the past 2-3 weeks to look for help for shipping because we've got this $55,000 campaign. We're shipping just the 2 of us right now, and exhausting, man. And then we have another $50,000 campaign to ship in like 3 weeks. I'm so tired.
I mean, congrats. Not a lot of campaigns are hitting 50K nowadays,
Thank you. Yeah, Kickstarter backers are awesome, aren't they? Like, they're really awesome people and very supportive, and we're really grateful.
I kind of backed away from Kickstarters. I mean, we have one now for a horror comic, but I backed away from them because I had a Stripe account get shut down for selling pornography, which is bullshit. And then just by the time I would have cards not go through, I would have you're waiting for the money. Kickstarter's taking their percentage. They're taking a percentage of shipping if you're charging shipping up front. We used BackerKit a few times, and then we did make some money on BackerKit, but then BackerKit takes a cut. They don't fill out their surveys. So I just went straight to my website. I was like, I'm just going to put them on the website. And then it's a little better because you get that money instantly. As you know, you get like the next day or 2 days later, which is nice. You can control things a little more, but you don't get that fun vibe of a Kickstarter. You don't get like we just unlock this and claim this tier and you can do this. So it kind of ruins the vibe. I love what Brian's done, making his own website for crowdfunding, like genius. I mean,
yeah, we just finished building out one for us to start using too on our website to just do crowdfunding on our own site, but we're going to be launching it probably within the next 1 or 2 books and kind of seeing how it goes, like launch on Kickstarter and our website at the same time. And
he wanted to experiment. See, it's funny, Sean, if you look back at the things people give us crap for, our ideas always came to fruition anyways. And it's that whole, the Wheelers are bad, but Polito's not. Like, we tried to do our own crowdfunding site in
Indie crowdfund. And guess what? they all fucking said, "Oh, they're scammers. They'll just shut it down. We don't want to do it." And then what happened? Fund my comic. Here it
You know
comes.
why? It's because we had it set up, and we were using Stripe, and then Stripe did the same thing. They got their
They shut our account down.
wad
Doesn't
for
that suck?
Yep.
yeah, and so we set up a business PayPal account. We were like, all right, this is what we're going to use. And then everything started coming, oh, well, you're scammers, you're Liefeld, and they trashed our entire platform. Everybody was leaving. And then I leave and I go and have a baby, and then I come back and it's like the Twilight Zone, and everybody's going, oh, Fund My Comic is a crowdfunding website. And they took the idea and ran with it, and it was okay. And he's got a PayPal business account, no different than what we were going to do. And now Brian's got one. I'm like, gee, it's happening. It's happened like 3 times over where they get really mad. They go, oh, it's because of the Wheelers. They're trying to scam people, but other people get a pass, like Liefeld and Ethan on their books. And I just hope that talking with you and anybody listening.
Hey, remember our old comic shop? Comic
Well-
Outlaws, and how I had the VIP section, and I was going to do like, all right, you have to pay to be a member, and then we're going to do like exclusive signings, and like there's like books you can access if you're like remember I was going to do the whole membership thing.
I do. I remember hearing about that now.
Yeah. And then Torpedo Comics goes and does the exact same thing right after they give me all that shit for it.
You know,
Remember that?
one thing we've
Remember
all
that?
learned is, unfortunately, we don't own ideas. People steal shit all. We do shit on Whatnot. Next thing you know, everybody starts doing it. Like now we got.
Yeah, but I'm bad.
Oh,
but
yeah,
John
you're
Delamaya is just fine. John
You're-
Delamaya can do it, and he's fine.
Yeah, you're doing it, and it's shitty.
It's always that. It's always that.
Well, when I was first starting, I had a couple guys, David Cram, I think was his name, and a couple other dudes. They came after me so hard. They had an entire Facebook group devoted to destroying Comics Elite. Anyone that joined that supported me was blocked. Anybody that if they would make up shit, it was insane. It caused me so much stress. It's my first lesson. My wife told me, she's like, you have to get out of this group. I was like, but I have to defend myself. If I don't defend myself, people are going to think I'm a turd and a piece of shit. My business is going to fail. I have to defend myself. She's like, no, you don't. Just do the right thing. Just do the right thing. Ship your comics, sell comics, ship your comics, do the right thing. And I disappeared off social media for a while, just in my Facebook live streams. I focused on doing the right thing. And then sure enough, they went away. They had nothing they could say. They tried making posts and tagging me, and they attacked my wife, made fun of her, all this shit. And then now they're gone.
Campaign. We have a bunch of trolls in Comicsgate that are Ethan's fans, and they're really nasty. And funny enough, Sean, there's a crossover between Comicsgate and the Coffin Crowd, and so
Really?
people, yeah. There is because Comicsgate was very first inspired, I will say. Like, it's a big turning point when this boy Zach, I think his name is, found what Polito was doing on Kickstarter, and that gave him the idea of crowdfunding the books. So Comicsgate, in a way, is completely inspired by Polito, and you will find Wheeler trolls in both circles, and there are just some nasty people. Like they will go after your wives and your kids, and they do it to me. They've been doing it to me recently real hard, calling me fat, ugly whore and all kinds of stuff, and they've been doing it for 7 years. So that kind of sounds like a war campaign.
There's no need for personal attacks like that. Like, why would someone, like, what kind of, I don't know. I found this guy. He's a fitness influencer, and he some girl does something great in the gym, and then the comment section always cracking on her like, oh, that's a dude, or she does this, that's not a real lift. And he's like, oh, let's see what the comment section says, and he'll be like, and he calls these people out. He's like, oh, Jimmy Joe said this. Oh, let me see what you look like, Jimmy Joe. Oh, look at you. You're you look like you haven't lifted a weight in your whole life. And he's like, he used the see you next Tuesday where he's like, stop being a cunt, because he has a foreign accent. But he calls these people out, which I think is brilliant. It's brilliant calling these guys out. Trolls.
Oh, I did.
Yeah. Oh, Joey Swoll is the shit. I love Joey Swoll. There's another dude that does it. It's not Joey Swoll, someone else. But yeah, he calls these guys out. It's fantastic. Yeah, Russell, Mr. Flaherty. Yes, sir. Thank you, man. You think they would be up against that because what happened to DC? Oh, yeah, probably. That was the Comicsgate guys, but that's so long ago. That DC thing that happened so long ago. I mean, I get it. What happened to him is shitty. I get it, 100%.
Well, dude, he didn't get exited out because of fucking politics. He got exited out because he had issues with fucking Jeff Johns. Jeff Johns didn't fucking like him.
I don't know. If you talk to him, it's all because he voted for Trump.
Yeah, I know. It's
the first
a lie.
time.
I talked to Jeff. Talk to Jeff.
Oh, I never
They
talked
were
to him.
involved in
Talk
litigation.
to Jeff, dude. Next time you see him, ask him about Ethan Van Sciver and why he hasn't posted anything about him since 2016.
Wow.
There is a reason why Ethan's kids are the villains in the Flash story. Hunter Zolomon, Hunter Zolomon, Van Sciver.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They hate each other.
God, there's so much drama I'm not even aware of.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, there's a lot to that. You can Layman made comments from Image. Gail Simone has made comments about him just being an asshole. And Gail said he was trashing Trump voters like right before his supposed cancellation. So there's a lot of things that don't add up about that. And they were involved in litigation. Jeff Johns and Ethan were involved in lawsuits about him naming the villains after Ethan's kid.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So there's a lot more to that story than just it was Trump.
Wow.
It wasn't.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What is that? Action 3,000 payment transaction. Did you do that, Russell, or was that me? It's probably something I did. I would do some stupid shit like that. Like, oh, I'm so sorry. Can you please send me that money back?
No, wait.
All right, guys. Thanks for coming on. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Sean.
I was not intending for this to happen, but it was a pretty good outcome for the stream for sure.
Yeah. I will send a message to Aaron and tell him that he should talk to you and that the invitation is open.
He won't because he has to be accountable, and that's
if he doesn't, then I will call him gay.
Well, he's definitely I call him I definitely call him not a man because men talk to each other and deal with shit the right way, in my opinion. I'm not going to be like, I'll kick your ass behind the barn. No. I'm not going to do that because I'm old and I don't want to go to jail for hurting somebody. I did to him. I figured, Russell. That's right. I did.
All right, man. I'm out. Hey, next time you pee, think of me, baby.
Yeah. Murphy, go back and watch the beginning. Murphy, good talking to you. I'd like to get your thoughts on some stuff.
All right. Have a good night, Sean. My messages are open anytime. Thanks for everything.
Yeah, good outcome, and never thought this would happen. So this is awesome. We'll talk soon.
All right, talk to you soon. Have a good night.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Okay, so this is Murphy. Hi, Murphy. Good seeing you. Yeah, your name came up a few times, Murphy, in the beginning of this because of Aaron. So what up, Larry? You missed a lot, actually, man. You missed a lot. I was addressing some stuff, and then I was addressing some stuff with Mindy, and Mindy showed up in the chat and invited her on. And then Mike came on, and we kind of worked out a lot of stuff. We kind of agreed to disagree on a lot of things. And there you go. Didn't think this would happen tonight, but it's actually a really good outcome. Makes you really happy. Yeah, Murphy, there's still a lot between it's Aaron. Aaron won't stop talking shit about stuff that he doesn't know anything about. So I decided to go live and finally address a lot of the stuff that that Aaron was talking about, specifically stuff with Merck and when you were there. So I had to address it because he's publicly slandering me and the business, and he has no idea what he's talking about. So, yeah, go back and watch some of the beginning. And send me a message, Murphy, if you want to. Give me a call. I'd love to talk to you again. Hope you're doing great. Yeah, it's just unfortunate that Aaron is doing what he's doing. So, yeah. Okay. Wow, almost 4 hours. Holy crap, muffins. I need to go home and go to bed because I'm an old man. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out. Go support Kyle's Kickstarter. Let me get a shout out here. I don't know if I can find it. Geesh, I lost all the tabs. Kyle has a Kickstarter that ends tomorrow, guys. Please, this will be so huge if you give him a little bit of love. Yeah, Drew's brother. Imagine that. Drew's brother is doing comics with me. How crazy is that if I'm such an asshole? Oh, hold on. Dun, 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 dun. Stop screen. Share screen. Sorry, guys. I'm an idiot, and I don't know how to do anything. There we go. 22 hours left. Guys, go show some love, please. For $10, you can get a Lucio Perillo book. I'm sorry. This is the 48-hour special last cover. Love this cover. Really cool. Virgin cover, only $20. Andrew Mangum added his cover in there, Trade and Virgin. Lorenzo Nicoletti, great cover, Trade and Virgin. Ricky Wajaya. Ricky, please get a hold of us. We'd like to give you some cool stuff. Yeah, man, I got a pretty cool Joker in the background. Thanks, bro. Lucio, $15 for a Lucio cover. It's so cool. The Virgin has a cool skull in the back. You can't even see. Shikara, you wouldn't come on anyway, brother. I would invite you on in a minute. You wouldn't even come on, man, if I could. And then for $60, you get all 4 Lucio covers, the up close version trade, full art trade, full art version, and the collector's box for only $60, guys. Only $60. So this is your shot. A lot of these metals, I'm probably there's glow in the dark limited ones. Let me find those. There we go. Limited to only 10 glow in the darks, and limited to only 25 spot foils. That's it. That's it. So please, guys, go in there, show some love. Whatever metals are ordered this, we're probably not going to order any more. We may even limit them. Who knows? Who knows? Craig, unclaimed giveaways at my address. We'll see what happens. Frank, you can't even see me. What you mean to say is I'm sounding good. That's what you meant to say. Frank told Rosanna, said hi. You guys are so cool. Haven't seen you guys in so long, man. And you haven't seen me ever. I'm just kidding. Frank's my friend. I can tease him a little bit. He's a great fucking dude, man. Love you guys. Miss you guys. Okay. Go support. Please support, guys. Show some love. I'm trying to get to 7,000. 7 would be really cool. If it hits 100,000, I get to hit Kyle in the head with this slab. We talked about it on the thing today. I will hit Kyle with this in the head as hard as I can. If it hits 100,000, I will totally do it. What up, Chris Enoch? We were just talking. Your name came up too, man. You were part of the first sketch jam ever with Ryan Kincaid and Mindy Wheeler. Yes, sir. You were there for the craziness. What up, man? Oh, Jim, you didn't miss nothing. It's 4 hours of me just you missed a lot, bro. Go feel free to watch it. I vented a lot of shit, man. I need to vent a lot of shit. And there was some good conversations had. Some great conversations had. I was very surprised. It was really good. Okay, I gotta go home. I'm sure my wife has already crashed out. She's probably done listening to me. She's like, I'm tired of listening to you. I don't blame you, babe. I'm tired of listening to me too. Murphy is amazing. Murphy is a great person with a huge heart, and I have nothing but love for her in my heart and in my soul. I wish her all the best. Hey, nothing bad happened. She just needed to go her own way, Matt. She decided to go do her own things. She's I believe we still have not seen the best to come from Murphy. She's learned a lot, done so much in the industry. I think she's gonna kill it. Chris, you can go back and rewatch it. It's gonna be a post on Facebook. It's not going anywhere. You can watch the whole thing, bro. You got 4 hours of content. I'm sorry. I apologize for running my mouth for so long. Okay. Talk to you guys soon. Thank you so much. Buy what you like. Click what you want. Don't listen to the haters. Even though I listened to a hater today and I had to make a post about him, it's okay. She is in Cali. Oh, nice. That's cool to hear. Hope she kills it. That's awesome. California's expensive. I know. I lived there for 24 years. All right. We'll see you guys later. Have a great evening. Do great stuff and be kind to people.